evening, everybody.
She got a great ass. And you got your head all the way up it.
We're here.
Retweeting the tweet that says we're live so everyone knows about it.
We're
Hello.
live. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. It's the Creative Block. We're here. And last week we weren't here because Pear was out of town. And now he's not hosting today because he's contracted some illness while being out of town.
He's got the coronavirus.
I'm disease-ridden.
He's ridden with disease. Those are the first words I've heard him speak in weeks, mind you.
Literally 2 weeks, so Phil can finally say weeks.
Weeks. Yeah, well, welcome to the show. I think last time we were also on this channel. So
Good old Phil. Phil is always ready. If things mess up, he's always there to pick up the pieces. He's very reliable. You're the best.
I feel like it's been long, so I mean, we could talk about what we've done in the meantime, what we're doing, what we plan to do, and how we feel about it, you know?
You're asking a lot of us, Phil. It's very demanding.
We're just gonna go with the flow. It's gonna be a chill out stream to catch up with the chat, all of our blockheads out there. Thank you for being here. We got Snarkticom in the chat with a 16-month membership chat. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Will someone please be my Valentine? Well, that's tomorrow. You don't want to jump the gun there, Snarkticom.
Oh, yeah. Happy Valentine's, everyone.
You don't want to go off prematurely, especially when it comes to Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we're doing a Valentine's show tomorrow for the Diaz brothers. A special Louis segment.
Oh, you guys are going to kiss?
Don't spoil it. All right?
That's this big special.
Don't spoil it.
You give each other Valentine's Day presents.
We'll see. Maybe we'll see what Louis gets for Valentine's Day. Yeah, Caleb in the chat. What's up? Good to see you. Jav is here. Sean Willits. He says, I'll definitely stop. I hope you're still here, Sean Willits. Maromi, Michael Rushbrook.
Hey, Michael.
Citizen Ronan, Cranberry Landers, Admiral Wackass, good to see you. Even though he's disparaging me. Henry Bemis, FKA, welcome one, welcome all. We're going to be chilling out for a little bit. Tweet it out on your social medias. We're going to be working too. So as you can see, Irene's already drawn.
I'm on top of it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but feel like this year's going good for the grind. I mean, we'll get into it later, but been getting a lot of stuff done.
Yeah, I feel like I have a lot to talk about because the last 2 weeks have been great. This year really is. This is one of the best years that it feels like in many years' time. Like this, everything's going great. Like for real. Like yes, the world stage is going great.
Oh, that's true.
Yes.
I was playing.
Seed oil's getting bumped out of the U.S. Hopefully, we got our boy.
It happened today. We got confirmed today. The seed oil's biggest enemy.
It's gonna be awesome. I'm excited. But yeah, I mean, 2023 was pretty good. 2023 is hard to top, but then 2024 was total shite. That's the thing.
No,
But
2023 is like if you're when you know that meme of whatever his face is that everyone wants to be, the guy who played the robot from the new
John Stamos.
No, he played Ken and Bobby.
Oh, Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, the Ryan Gosling pain meme or whatever. Like it's like the different year. When you're in the year, it's the Ryan Gosling pain meme. But then when you look back, it's nostalgia, but it was pain. But yeah, I'm saying it wrong. But it's a nostalgia for a place you cannot return to, a time, as it were.
For 2023?
Yeah, 2023 was tight.
I don't even know where the year went.
Well, you'll get to hang out together.
Well, yeah, that's true. That was the first time we met in person.
Exactly.
It was a classic.
it was a classic year.
Yeah,
Then
then
the following year, not
everything
so
went to
classic.
shit for mysterious reasons.
Yeah, that was awesome.
They were out of anyone.
But
Yep.
this is the arc, right?
Shows
This is the anime comeback arc. 2025. Your
No, Phil,
freedom.
this year is going to hopefully culminate in all of us going to Heroes Con.
Yes.
Yeah, it's looking
Oh!
brighter. It's looking brighter
I
every day.
I just got my confirmation email, so I am going to Heroes Con, everybody. So
We got one across
there.
the fence. Irene's the first across the fence. We're going to see if we could get the rest of us across.
Wait,
next
they
month.
confirmed?
Yeah, they confirmed for me.
Camera says as soon as Jake gets to the US, he'll be put in a fat camp run by RFK. I hope. That would be great. That'd be great. Having RFK as your personal trainer, he's like, here, chug these 5 liters of methylene blue. The weight will drop right off you. That would be great. Like, having RFK as a really abusive personal trainer that's like pulling you out of bed, throwing you in ice baths, throwing you in a the voice is a bit much sometimes, but yeah, throwing you in as like a centrifuge to separate the oils, the seed oils from the body.
With
That would be
throwing
hilarious.
people in centrifuges?
We could do in today's America.
It sounds like
technology
If
an
only.
amusement park.
Yeah, you're saying you want another magic weight loss solution after Ozempic.
Oh man, did you hear about all the people are going blind because of Ozempic?
I know people who are very dear to me who I at least know they were on Ozempic. I don't know if they are now.
Wow.
And yes, I'm concerned that a friend may have the heightened risk of being blind who I'm not going to dox. They can dox themselves.
To be fair, I think it was like, they're like, oh, people are going, it was like 5 people or something. So, still, I don't, that's
Fuck
still
'em.
very sad, and I generally don't trust these new things.
The blind thing is the newest issue I've heard with it. A few weeks ago, I saw some girl, and she was probably like some influencer or whatever, who just got out of a doctor's appointment, filming herself, being like, "I've been on Ozempic, and now I have 5 different rare bone issues.
Oh yeah, the bone.
My bone density is like bird level." And I'm really sad about it because of Ozempic.
Can't be real.
At the same time, I think the UK government told people, if you've had the jab, the death juice, go get a HIV test.
What?
Which, you know when there was the conspiracy that that the vax had HIV in it, like as part of it. There's like a British documentary where they said they actually mentioned that directly, as if it's like the secret to figuring out was like putting HIV in it. And now apparently the government's like telling people to get HIV tests. The chat can confirm, because I don't really pay attention. I just see a couple of videos on Twitter and believe it whole cloth.
Aren't HIV rates in Britain just rising as well for mysterious reasons?
Rise.
Definitely
Rise
not
chicken.
related to demographics.
A rise chicken.
No, definitely.
I like how Lotus Eaters can just refer to the whole problem as just demographics.
Noticers!
Side
We're
story.
noticers, guys.
We're notices.
I love Lotus Eaters.
Notice.
Did you guys notice my new
Yeah,
setup?
take a look around here. What's up with
Look
that?
at this.
I like that poster.
This is by Speedo. This is one of the Punch Forever posters he has. He has plushes of these characters. If you guys are recognize that or a fan, you can get some Punch Forever stuff. But yeah, Cranberry says the Hyper Wizard watches the Lotus Eaters. They'll come from the same country. Phil's got a hedgehog too. I had to put the hedgehog on the display. The beautiful hedgerino from Colombia. Where's yours from? Is yours from Colombia?
Mine's a male hedgehog. Yours is obviously either gay or female.
Well, mine's either gay or, so they'd still be able to hang out. Yeah, my desk used to be there in that corner.
Okay, cool. You did a little
And when I
rearrange, Joe?
When I would say again,
Yeah, you did a little rearrangement. I like doing that. It freshens up the place.
I pretty much like gutted the whole room, moved stuff around. This used to be up against that wall. So yeah, now I have this whole flat on the wall aesthetic with these are like acoustic tiles that I had behind me the whole time to make my audio sound good.
Remember that, yeah.
Which, even if you're not a fucking YouTuber and stuff, if you can tolerate having the visual of these acoustic tiles in your place, they increase the comfort of the room. Like, sound is such a huge part of comfort. I found that if you put like sound insulating stuff around so the whole room feels like soft and cushioned, it's the best. Like, it's beautiful. If I was to take these down, I would hate the sound of the room, but I have very sensitive ears.
Well, it reminds you of your younger years when you were committed into a padded cell.
Yeah. It was more than just the younger ones. It went on for quite a while, but like, I'm glad I'm out now. I have to, they were white tiles because it was like a white room. So
Right.
yeah, I tried to get the feeling back without the look because of the PTSD. But
I would do that, but then I would lose all the space to hang up stuff, which I don't have a lot of stuff hanging up. The potential for I have a lot of things to hang up. They're not up yet, but
well, I mean, I've got stuff up there. Like, you have a strip. So the theory with them is you just put it in the danger zones, like the places where the sound is going to hit the most, and like
right.
up in that, that top bit of the wall. It's not like I'm looking up and it's reflecting back. Like, you can get ones in corners and stuff. Sounds like you're yelling at me through an iPhone. I know, like, even though I have the audio right now, the microphone situation is not the best. It will hopefully be sorted out in the future. But yeah,
Well, yeah, I like the new setup.
It's so cool. I've shoved it all in the corner. I still hate working at my desk. I just draw on the sofa.
Do you have on a tablet?
Oh, Jake told them all about the blogs. They didn't listen. But who's laughing now? Exactly. No, the actual thing I made up whilst high, Admiral Wackass, was the gravity men, which are like invisible creatures that like hold you down to the ground. They like latch on to you. They're like holding you. They're called the Gravity Men, and they look like that cartoon of that little white spy thing.
Are they like cryptids, like shadow people, and the
it's like a cryptid.
Man? It's like a hat.
Yeah. The Gravity Men are like my own cryptid that I made up whilst I was high on shrooms in Amsterdam.
It's cool. What's up, Camel? We got a young Camel, King Camel in the chat.
Hello.
And
Hey,
his lover,
Bancroft's there
Michael
too. Hey,
Bancroft.
Bancroft.
Grinding on his comics. And look at Sir Nate of Callus. What's up, Nate? Great to see you in the chat, brother. Hope you had
Nate. Camel's in the chat, so now you have to super chat.
Yeah, that's true. If I get enough super chats, I will send Camel the link. All right. But the number of super chats is a mystery, so it's all arbitrated by myself. John Snowden's here as well. I suggest drawing all over the sofa and selling it. It's a good way for some quick cash.
Great idea.
All you have to do is get a white sofa, start a Let's Play channel, make the sofa itself part of the visual aesthetic of the channel, then eventually auction that and just close the channel. That's how you really make the money.
Definitely.
Guys, this is the sofa. They all farted on this sofa. Don't you want to buy it?
Oh my God.
And that's why people come here.
$1,000.
They come here for the how to make money in art. Get good at drawing. That's what I would say.
That's a very small part of it. I'm slowly convinced.
What? Get good at drawing?
Yeah.
Well,
that is the first step, and then there's about 20 steps after that.
The real value of art isn't the quality of the art; it's the context of the art.
Yes, that is true. So who made it, and what the art is about, on how many eyes can see it, that all matters.
Which is why AI art is worthless.
Yeah, I judge artists on content of their characters.
No, you don't.
You're going to say their content.
If you judge artists by the content of their characters, there's very little art that you can be a fan of.
Well, I mean, I think it takes massive character flaws to actually become a good artist.
Most artists have issues, dude. I include myself.
How do you guys feel about that? Like, I've talked to so many, comic fans and just fans of media and literature in general. And there's always that stigma of you got to be like, especially in like the writing field. When I was going in college, we watched all these videos and documentaries of like, oh, these writers that were drunks and alcoholic and, just debaucherous people, but they put out the best stuff. And I've even heard that in comics where like comic fans are like, yeah, it seems like the people that are great at making comics are just like deplorable humans.
Well, yeah, so I kind of think you have to be broken to make good art. So the question is, like, do you guys want the art or not? Like, do you actually want culture to exist? Like, because you could just not have it, and because if it takes broken people to make it, then sorry, that's what it takes to get it. But those people you can be broken and then not be a piece of shit. You know what I mean? Definitely. You can kind of wind it in a bit. You can kind of, like, there are reasons. The brokenness causes the bad behavior and the good art, from my point of view.
No, there are plenty of artists, especially in non-insane industries that is not here, who produce good art, and I think that it takes a certain level of emo to make really good art, right? Because you have to put forth something that other people can feel. But it doesn't mean you have to be an asshole. You just need to have some problems. I'm broken and a piece of shit, says Camel. Well, I mean, we know.
I am a pure vessel for this.
I kind of resent that because I don't think of myself as someone like that. But then does that mean that I can't put out good stuff? It's an enigma.
No,
and I don't want to be like, oh, I'm the exception of the rule, guys.
No, it's okay. Obviously, it's not like you have to be. I don't know.
No, it's just a lot of artists. It's like, okay, one of my favorite creators is Hiromu Arakawa, who made FMA, and I don't think she has issues, like wholesome family woman, and a lot of mangaka are like that. But then other people have massive issues.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Like Miyazaki, very wholesome, but I mean, sometimes I wonder because he seems like a normal guy, but then he's like super grumpy, hates the world if you really watch his interviews.
Miyazaki's one of those people where he's a nice guy. Then if you cross him, like he hires a dark web hitman.
Do you guys know that story? Hold on. Do you guys know that story of when Nausicaa, one of the first Ghibli films, I think it was the first one, was adapted to the English edition. The American adapters changed the DVD, fucked up the English dub, changed the DVD cover to a character who wasn't even the female lead, to some like Star Wars looking shit. Anyways, they fucked it up. And Miyazaki and Ghibli sent them. No, they mailed a katana to the American studio with a note that said no cuts.
Damn.
So
yeah, they replaced the main character with that guy on the screen.
Not that. Look up the first American.
They made him commit harakiri?
What?
Did they make him commit harakiri?
No, they just mailed a katana. Was like, bitch, don't fuck with us.
This looks like a Pokemon.
It does kind of look like a Pokemon.
It looks
I
like
would shoot any well-designed fantasy creature would make you say that, Phil.
What? Like, no. I mean, a well-designed Japanese fantasy creature.
It totally looks more like a Digimon, to be honest.
Oh, it kind of does look more like a Digimon. I think because of the green eyes, though, right?
In a way, yeah. There were also the details.
Yeah.
Too detailed. Pokemon are like made out of rectangles and.
Yeah, and we do have a Nate Callis super chat for $20. Nate, you're crazy. Great to have you in the chat. Hope you're doing well, brother. Hail panel. Phil, here's a super chat for the crew. Sad I missed Camel's live stream last night. You weren't missing much, Nate. Loyal to the soil. Hail, brother. Thank you, dude. Nate, you should come out to C2E2. It's coming up in April. Hope to see you there.
No,
man.
come out to Heroes and meet all of us.
That's true. Come out to Heroes Con. They're both great conventions. I would say Heroes is better for the comic book fan. Like Heroes has, it's the one con I've been to that has the most comic artists at. It's crazy how just packed full of artists it is. It's amazing.
Yeah, aren't you glad you were finally talked into going at the last minute last year? It's really, it's not just good for artists, it's good for collectors, huge artist alley.
Yeah.
Like half the show floor is a giant artist alley.
I mean, I would consider going to Heroes last year the best thing I've ever done in my life.
Maybe.
So.
Oh, really?
But I don't know what you've done in your life.
Wow.
I'd say that drawing of me is probably the best thing you've done in your life. The Chung.
Did you retweet those and find them so that you could pull them up today or something? Which one?
No.
One?
The ones that I just retweeted recently, I don't know why I found those. Oh, I think I was looking for a clip from the creative block, and those just popped up. So I just liked and retweeted those. Those are so good. The auction pieces you did of us. Awesome.
Yeah, like you know what, we can bring them up because I don't think we ever showed them on the. Oh no, maybe I held them up. By the way, people's auction winnings are out in the wild. I posted them all off. I realize Home Depot in America like cuts the wood for you. I went to Wix here in the UK to buy wood, and they didn't. And I'm like, I guess they just don't have that in this country. But no, it turns out B&Q, they have pretty much the exact same wood cutting service, except in America you go there and you hand them the wood, and they're like, "What do you want?" And then you're like, "Can I have it like cut here?" And they hand you a pen, and you're like, "Mark it off." And it's like it's kind of like very difficult to get what you specifically want. I went to the UK one. I'm like, can I have these specific measurements? Can I have this piece of wood cut into 8 pieces? And he's like, yeah, sure. And he measures it all and everything and cut it in. So I've got a ton of backing boards. So if you win an auction piece,
nice.
my completely original idea, by the way, floating around in the ether. Then you put it on some wood. And then, put the art on top of this, and then, wrap it in bubble wrap. And then it won't get damaged.
Yeah, that's good. That's smart. I think you made that up. Hats off to you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, it just the idea was out there. I can't remember where all these ideas come from.
They're just floating out there.
The mysterious idea to create backing boards.
Yeah, background says the ether.
We got one gifted membership from Chimera. Lord Finatra gets it. Shouts to Finn. And thank you, Chimera. And then one more super chat from Nate. Thank you, brother. He says, it was awesome meeting all of you in Tampa 2 years ago. Is that when that was? Just 2 years ago.
It wasn't 2 years. It's like a year and 3 months. Yeah.
September, 2 Septembers ago. Or was it July? I don't know. Amazing, though. 2023. Rini, cheers for Voodoo Ranger.
Oh, yeah. That's good beer.
Oh,
that was such a good time. Even now, looking back, that was a great show. And it felt like so much was going to take off. It was a good time.
And it does take off 2 years later. Heroes Con. Shelby in the chat says, "Don't forget to add that delivery tracking info, Jake."
No, Shelby.
Yeah, no, that would be good. I think maybe tracked and signed is definitely a good idea.
Oh, I always send my artwork insured, tracked, and signed because I need to make sure people. Yeah, I would recommend that. You gotta make sure people get their art.
Yes. Yeah, you can't drop the ball on that. I'm going to be bringing more original art to cons too from stuff. But let me do this bonk for everybody that just got sent a super chat. All right, so what did I want to hear Speaking of broken artists, Pear Berg is a broken man right now. I want to know what's
Yes.
going on in Pear's life.
Yeah.
How are you?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I went to a bachelor party last weekend,
Oh,
and
all right.
it was pretty fun, but I got super sick, the last day. And then I'm still sick. That was Sunday. And I actually had the like palsy reaction that I got a few years ago when I had to go to the hospital.
Oh,
Like,
man.
but it's
Oh
not as bad as it was then, but like my cheek is numb, so I can't chew my food very good. The tips of my fingers are numb. It's like
Is
a
that a
big
reaction just
Say
to being
what?
sick or to a medication?
No, it's a autoimmune thing, but it's like I don't know, it happens to me when I get really sick, I guess. Then my freaking main nerve, I think I don't forget what nerve it's called, but it's your main nerve that goes down your neck. It gets inflamed or it gets pinched from inflammation, and that will make half of your face droop. And yeah, so that's like what's happening to me.
That sounds
Drool?
severe, dude.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
That, my God.
Yeah. Yeah, the last time it happened, I went to the hospital. It was like scary. They gave me a lumbar puncture and a brain scan, and they couldn't find anything, and it went away on its own really fast. Like, well,
I remember
because a
that.
lot of times this stuff, like, it lasts for like 6 months, but for me, it only lasted like 4 or 5 days. So I don't even think it is what, like, Julian Barr syndrome is what they call it, or Bell's palsy is another possibility.
Yeah.
But whatever I have, it's weird. But it worries me. I'm like, is this how I will die? Just one day. One day I'll get really sick, and then the nerve. Because I've got it where it's really bad, and I've got it where it's mild. But I'm like, there's an extreme where just you can't eat or swallow or breathe anymore if it shuts down too much.
Oh
And
my
then
God.
then you would die. So
Yeah, I
Just
hope
get
it-
one of those like smokers like neck bypasses and then just put the food into your neck.
You
Oh,
could get
yeah.
one of those emergency alarms in your house, like a big red button, or it's like you just slam
Yeah,
for
yeah.
medical help.
well, yeah, because it was years ago that the thing happened, and then I got sick in between then, and nothing happened. So I think it just only happens if I get really sick. But then somehow I'll get really sick if I travel like really far away and get germs from far away, because I was part of this traveling for this bachelor.
Oh, hey.
Whenever you rejoin society.
Yeah. Okay. So, I am also a hermit who doesn't leave the house, and every single time I travel or go to a convention, I used to get deadly sick. But I have since Tampa, which I also got deadly sick after Tampa. I've been just chugging vitamin C and D before, during, and after every single trip, and 90% of the time it works. So, take your vitamins.
I've just been chugging the D and it hasn't been working.
Well, yeah, that might be the problem.
Yeah,
Insane.
yeah, I'll definitely try the vitamin C and D. That does sometimes work for me. And John
Yep.
Snowden, I think, said take ibuprofen. That is actually a good idea. I haven't done that, but that supposedly helps with inflammation. So
and what you really need to do is get about 3 gallons of methylene blue. You need to
Bathe
get
in it.
some apple a day horse electrolytes off of Amazon. You need to get like horse ivermectin.
Mhm.
yeah, ivermectin works on everything. I wish I was in Mexico. I could get
Yeah, like,
some ivermectin.
I'm thinking it might be a good idea to just do some recreational ivermectin.
This is definitely
Recreational?
sound medical advice, everybody. We're just gonna visit a horse farm, and
Yeah, like why can't you just go to the doctor and say, "Listen up, buddy. It'd be pretty cool if I could just do ivermectin like as a thing, but and not have to get the horse kind. You can give me the cool
It's
kind.
fun.
Like, can I just do a thing where I give you money and say, like the weed version when you get the weed license, like, oh, I got pain.
just threaten the doctor. Like, if you don't give me the human kind, I'm just gonna start taking horse meds.
Listen, buddy. These parasites in my body are wreaking havoc on my digestive system. I
go-
just need a little bit of ivermectin to get me through the week.
Yeah, just go tell the doctor you're full of parasites. You really need this.
Sir, I am riddled with parasites. I need the Mecti. Give me Mecti.
So, can we assume, Pear, that you haven't been on the bike lately?
No, yeah, I was looking forward to it, and then I couldn't because I was sick. It was a weird sickness too because I kept thinking I would get better, and I did either got worse or stayed the same just all week.
Mm.
So it's very demoralizing. And right now I even feel like nauseous, and I'm worried I'm gonna get a sore throat, and then it'll last another week. So I'm just praying.
You should get a C. What are those called? C packs.
The CPAP. That's
Is
for
it-
fat guys, right?
What's that?
I thought it was a pack. It's like this little powder you put in water, and it tastes like orange, and it's like to boost your immune system.
Oh, I think I have those. I've been taking those. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, don't take too many. Don't take too many.
Just
Just like
drink loads of
one every
once.
2 days.
There's like vitamins in there.
Not a CPAP machine.
I just been taking emergency. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Well, that has vitamin C.
Emergency. Yeah, I've heard some commercials about that. Is that yogurt?
And then like Dayquil.
My mom loves that
NyQuil.
stuff. No, it's a fizzy like vitamin C drink.
Feel better, Mr.
And
Harris.
I think today I actually worked a little bit, and tomorrow I'll be able to work, but because the freaking aches went away. You know, that's like the worst because I don't like puke anymore. That's why I feel weird that I'm a little nauseous today because I'm like, I haven't puked since I was a kid. But now when I'm an adult, if I get the flu, I get like these terrible aches and shivers and cold sweats.
All the puke has been storing up in your body over time. It won't come out.
Yeah.
Oof.
So they get really sick.
We got Tank Fair in the chat. What's up, man? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well.
So yeah, if you want this vitamin C to be properly digested, you can get vitamin C in like a fatty liquid thing. Because when you take vitamin C via water, like in those effervescent tablets, like with most vitamins, you don't actually like absorb them; you just piss them all out. So you can get
Then you have to drink your piss.
exactly, and I'm fed up of doing that, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, is it orange because of the vitamin C or for
Right.
another reason?
Or you just dehydrated.
Exactly, and I'm obviously hydrated because I keep drinking the piss.
You know why your specifically you, Jake? You know why your urine is so yellow and orange?
It goes in as Lucozade, it comes out as Lucozade.
Those are all the vitamins, as you say.
I
that
have
you're-
too many in my body.
Right. Well, it's if you were hydrated, the vitamins would be able to be absorbed in your body, but because you're not, they're being flushed out. So
Is that
Those
how
are-
it works?
yeah, those are good vitamins you're losing out on because your body cannot assimilate them or
So
absorb
if you have orange pee, you're losing the good shit. Is that how it scientifically works? Is this Brandon approved?
Yeah.
Dog.
Yeah, I learned this on an old episode of the Tyra Banks show. Yeah. You remember her?
Shelby says, "Double tap on those Monster Energies, Jay." Hey, I have a giant glass that can fit 2 entire cans of Monster Energy in one go.
Only
You
2.
shouldn't
Only
say that.
I'm shocked that you have that much self-control.
Yes, take your healthcare advice from Hyper Wizard. Well, he's the living standard of good health. Well, I have RFK as my personal trainer now. He makes me take like 17 ice baths a day. It's getting a bit oppressive, but
Sure.
you know,
Jake does like what's that called when you roll around with men on the ground?
What, judo?
I haven't Brazilian
Oh,
another
jiu-jitsu.
Yeah,
man.
Brazilian Jude. You Brazilian Jew all the time.
Brazilian Jew karate.
Do Brazilian Jews even exist?
The jitsu kind, dude.
I need to know this now. I'm very curious.
Google doju.
Very
exists.
necessary knowledge.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
it's BJJ.
Oh, you guys, I have to tell you something.
Yeah.
Do you guys know that I'm obsessed with the Dallas Mavericks? And I
I
love
remember a couple of years ago during the
Yeah.
2023, you were riding high on the Mavs.
Yeah, but I think it was 2023, even 2024. It's not too long ago, even like a little less than a year ago. But yeah, so it's Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving. I love them. And Luka is 25-year-old, like I forget what country he's from, Slovenia, I think, and he's like the best player in the NBA. He's amazing. But the Mavericks traded him to the Lakers. And it's never, nobody can believe it's like, that's what was crazy about it is it's like Trump winning in 2016. It's like another event, like a hadron collider event. Like we entered a new dimension.
It's a new
'Cause
era.
it doesn't make any sense. But I've kind of been enjoying it because it's just so crazy. But it's super crazy.
That bachelor party you went to, Magic Johnson wasn't there, was he?
No, but it was kind of a homoerotic party.
No.
And
Maybe you should take advice from the British government and get a.
I'm worried that that's part of how I got sick. Was
Why?
Just 'cause there was just too much homoeroticism. It was like 25 dudes, no chicks. You know what I'm saying?
No chicks at a bachelor party. And did you say know what I'm saying after you said that?
You know what I'm saying?
Wait, yeah, shouldn't there be at least like one chick at the bachelor party who was
No,
high?
because it was a cabin. It was a cabin party on a frozen lake, and we all ran out on the lake, and we could have crashed through and died, but we didn't, and so that was fun.
That's why you're sick.
This
Like
sounds very
I just caught a
wholesome.
cold.
Did all the other guys get strep throat as well?
There was like little things going around. It seems like I got the worst of whatever that was going around. That was a bummer.
I didn't know.
Yeah, in England for bachelor parties, we like go to Spain and watch women shoot ping pong balls out their vaginas.
What?
You go to Spain?
Yeah, that's where like Magaluf is. Magaluf is like a popular freaking
I thought this was mega
stag
country.
weekend place, and it's where all the section. Right. It was a stag do in Magaluf where I saw Princess Leia being fucked by Darth Vader whilst they went around like a carnival thing on a Segway. Like Darth Vader was on one. They started off on their own Segways. They were fucking each other like. Sorry if this is
Jesus.
Language.
Christ.
Sacrilegious.
Eventually, she mounted him,
Uh,
and they were both on one Segway, going around in circles whilst doing it. It was amazing. It was a marvel of acrobatics.
That's both disgusting and impressive.
and this
Yeah,
was on TV?
Huh? Oh no,
Was
it was
it?
Benidorm, not Magaluf.
It was in
Benidorm
front of you.
shows. Say again, Phil.
It was in front of you. You could have thrown the popcorn at them.
If there was popcorn,
All right. Yeah, that is. Baz does say that is incest, which
I did point that out to my friends I was there with. Like, you guys know what this is, right?
well,
Yeah, I don't think that we even have bachelor and bachelorette parties in Asia. It's a very Western thing.
no, really.
You just get
Yeah.
married and be all proper.
Yeah, my buddy is just got engaged. My best friend, so I'll add that to the list, Jake, of things to do for his bachelor party.
Go to Benidorm and watch it.
Yeah, we'll go to Magaluf or whatever you said it.
I think after the law changes, there's probably a few more even worse shows going on there now. But yes,
Well, there you go.
I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back. I bumped into like a guy from my freaking high school drama class while I was there too. I bumped into him on the street. I was like, "Is this you? Is that you?" Yeah, man, this is weird. Hope everything.
Hey, you
Small
guys
world.
ever been into sack wax? You know what sack wax are?
Sam Flax.
Sack
what?
wax.
No.
Getting a
Here's
sack
no.
wax?
What about nipple twists? You ever nipple twists?
Pear, we don't need to know about your preferences.
He has some worm in his brain that is controlling
going
him.
Look at him, his like face is half frozen.
You have the
He's
RFK worm in your brain right now?
I'm just telling you, sack whacks are funny. You can just whack someone's sack. It's hilarious. It hurts though.
Oh my god!
But nipple twists hurt even more, so watch out. That's what the bachelor party. A lot of that happened.
There was a lot of sack waxing happening at your bachelor party?
Yeah, like people were whacking sacks. They were nipple twisting.
Oh,
It was crazy.
whacking. I thought you meant waxing. Like you're waxing the other dude's sack.
No,
I don't
just
know if you want to whack in
just
that region
whacking it.
either.
You just slap it, as hard as you can. Try and make them cry.
You
We
whack
used
on-
to call those sack taps.
Oh yeah, that's a much nicer term for it.
Yeah.
Did you throw in some teabagging?
There was a little bit of that, I think, maybe.
It's the one from Always Sunny with the ink. We have to dip your sack in ink first, and then you
That's
put them
fine.
on their eyes. Always Sunny. Go watch it.
I don't remember that from Always Sunny.
Someone will remember that. They wake up with blue eyes. Oh yeah, look, Whack-Ass knows. Whack-Ass from my part of the town. Because we call them taps. Yeah, sack taps.
Is
We
there
have-
like a 3-second rule where if the tap goes on for too long?
It shouldn't go on for too. It's literally a tap. It's like
Well, that's what I mean. Like,
if it's that's just a grope then. If it goes on for too long, you're just groping the guy.
when I worked in a supermarket called Iceland, there was a very disturbing culture of men grabbing each other's asses very
Yeah,
aggressively.
That is a thing that guys just in like sports. Guys just do that.
Yeah, that's called playing grab ass.
But it was only
called
ever
being
in
a
this
man.
one job. It was just the culture of this one employment situation.
When I played soccer in high school, because we didn't have a girls' team, the girls were in the same team as boys. It was, great thinking. But anyways, the guys were always like kicking and smacking each other's butts. You guys are weird. Boys are weird.
Oh.
I didn't like having my ass grabbed.
What about bread shoe? You guys ever played bread shoe?
No, this sounds interesting.
That's where you go to put your shoe on, and then all of a sudden there's like a hunk of bread in your shoe. And it's like a mystery.
At least with that one, you get free bread.
And who has fun playing this?
Well, I don't even know. I think
Was this the stag do sack taps and bread shoes?
yeah. Yeah, so someone stuffed my shoe with bread and I was about to leave, so I was like, well, I'll just pass it on to another shoe. But I never found out what happened with that. So I don't know.
That is a mystery.
But it's a pretty fun game, so if you ever get a chance to stuff a shoe with bread, don't pass it up.
It's a shoe or be shoe world.
Here's the best. We got another super chat from Nate. It says, yo, Phil, ready to do another toy review? I got a Rocketeer and Butch the Bulldog figures ready to go. Who's Butch? Is Butch from the Rocketeer? I don't know. Send me pictures, and I'll see. Because I know the Rocketeer. I don't know Butch. Well, yeah, maybe that'd be cool. We got to get more Street Sharks. I don't know if there's any toys I want. I don't think so. Thanks for the super chat, though, brother. Love to have you on again. Pear is a dream. I agree. I think his humor is underrated. I think Pear makes me laugh a lot, and I don't want him to die. You know.
Yeah, congrats. Great. I don't know why I said that.
This is quickly getting worrying.
Yeah, I don't know your brain's working correctly.
Yeah, he's just progressively degenerating. This
Oh,
might
God.
not go well.
Why would anyone say congrats?
Oh my god.
Concerned. Also, your camera's like lagging, so
Yeah.
your audio's not even synced up with your lips. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is disturbing.
Also,
Barry,
Happy
you
Days and Dead. There you go. You might have
Barry,
AIDS too.
AIDS too. Oh my god. Yeah, you gotta send somebody your address on the stream. So if you just like collapse, we'll know to send an ambulance to your house.
Yeah, you should give your address right now in chat.
No, not publicly.
Just say it.
No, don't do that.
Just
Please
put it
don't
in
do
chat.
that. That's
Someone
not
will
what
check.
I said.
Someone will check.
That's not what I said.
Yeah.
Michael wants you to draw a clock.
Is that like a test?
Yeah, I think it's a test.
To
you
see if
should.
you're having a stroke?
I think you should do it. Well, we're working. I've been lettering a lot, which is awesome. I'm more than halfway done with lettering the Psycho Slumber book. And let's see, this is page 36 of 60 pages. So that's freaking awesome. A lot of progress on that. Been writing Magic Cop. I need to start. Well, I actually came up with a plot for the Meathead story that Perdomo is having me write for his supplemental book, which is super cool. And yeah, I just feel like a lot of stuff's getting done. But because I'm doing all this stuff, I have not had time to make more YouTube shorts and shit. So it's always something has to fall to the wayside when I get productive on other things. Which
You
is
should
it.
do what Bancroft and Irene do. You take a time lapse of you typing
Yeah.
your thing, and then
What do you think?
say something. You just talk about nothing, basically. Think of a non-point. It's perfect. Just say,
What-
like, when I'm writing, I like using letters in groups to form words, and those words in turn form sentences, which hopefully can convey meaning, and that's what it's all about.
Unironically, that probably would do well.
That
You literally don't have to say anything mind-blowing. Just ramble about your work in 1 minute spurts, and the results are great.
Here is one thing that was learned this week about YouTube Shorts in our little corral.
Mhm.
If you make the shorts about you, you get a higher sub to view rate.
Yeah, the overall views might be lower, but the sub rate is higher.
Like
So
more
now-
people will sub?
Start doing
you're
Dear
saying?
Diary.
Should I just talk about me then? I guess I could do that.
Talk about you. Be like, hi guys, I'm Phil.
On my
I'm here
face.
to do right. But no, but and you know, I always thought, oh, you got to provide value for other people. You've got to give them like something they can take away. And it's
Right.
like, no, just talk about yourself. And they'll be like, huh, I really like this guy. Follow. Like,
Yo, Raptor. Maybe I'll try to do that. What if I screen record myself lettering? that
if you
hard?
talk about if you talk about something at the same time, then totally.
Yeah.
You
Oh
actually,
yeah, for
that
sure.
actually would work, Phil.
It would. You can talk about not just lettering techniques, but just like, well, why did I choose? Because you're also the writer. Talk about why you chose this certain line and the whole. Because when you're lettering, usually, at least I don't know about you, but I always have to like change some of the words to make them fit better. You can talk about that process.
Phil, you could talk
sure,
about
yeah.
retro scripting and the Marvel method. Like, you just talk about kind of any point, like a point, and ask a question at the end.
Yeah, I've got literally 50 shorts ideas already, and they just keep on it. You can just talk about anything because we do this for a living.
It sounds cynical, but I still enjoy watching them. I know Irina Bancroft are doing this, and I still enjoy watching them.
No thought at all. This
I'm
is-
not a Sagittarius. Okay, I'm a Virgo.
like a
I do like
fucking
old movies. I guess I like spooning. You know, who knows? If
Yeah,
I'm
it's
the
not
little
true.
spoon.
I think we do put thought into our shorts. but-
I'm tall.
There's obviously has to be some thought. I'm
Yeah.
exaggerating for the comedic effect.
Here's some. Here, I'll share this little page.
As you guys were talking, I just got a massive bloody nose.
Oh my god!
So I don't even know what's going on.
Did you?
Yeah, I don't think I spurted anywhere. I plugged it up.
Oh my god, you're just breaking!
Please don't die.
I know!
You have too
Please
much
don't
art
die.
to make.
Yeah.
That's
Who's having a
not
brain
good.
aneurysm? Not a bloody nose short. Camel wants to see the blood. It says camera on.
You probably could video yourself to the camera with a bloody nose and make some philosophical point about having a bloody nose and how it impacts you creatively, and then it could do well.
Yeah, just be like, I thought so hard about my writing, I got a bloody nose, and this is how much you should commit to your art.
Yeah, maybe.
You're good at this.
People are telling you to go to
Life
the
lesson,
hospital.
like, you never know how much of an impact these small annoyances have on you until they happen. Right now, you don't have a bloody nose. So now be really happy thinking how much it would suck if you did, and you're not experiencing that right now. Unlike me, who is. Perfect short idea.
No, like I studied some other channels that do arts and comic stuff, and I looked at what kind of shorts they did, and it is that. You don't have to make some mind-blowing point, just the smallest things. You can have some shorts that are like, okay, this is my philosophy of art, but then other ones is just like, this panel is like a Rorschach test. Some people would see Junji Ito. Some people would see Liefeld. That's one short I saw. I forgot the channel, but they're quite big, and they do just comic stuff. And you don't need to make a point. It just has to be interesting for a minute.
Yeah, but Bancroft did the, you don't have to be the best, you just have to be pretty good or whatever. And I know that point. I know that you don't have to be the best point. I still enjoyed it. I still enjoyed listening to him say it.
Well, he has a soothing voice.
Yeah, he does. He sounds very, very matter of fact in the current ones.
Yeah.
Day 576 in the swamps of Australia making comic books.
Yeah, that's my problem. I just screech and nobody
The
wants to hear.
huntsman's nipping at my toes. It's getting hard to flat. Stingray jumped in the other day. I thought I was going to make it.
I did
Look
these
at
pages.
that. Look at that crim ball.
Love the creme ball.
Yeah. But I'm just over halfway. Pear, are you okay? People want you to go to the hospital.
Yeah, I've been sick all week, so I think I'm fine, but I'm just
Does someone know
That makes sense.
your location if you need help, Pear?
Yeah.
Parents,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
That doesn't sound very convincing.
Pear actually has cool parents that know about him.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
that's
no.
wow.
My
What's that
parents
like?
will check on me.
He's very lucky.
You talk to your parents? Wow.
He does.
Yeah. Oh, I'm really holding out hope that I'll feel better in the morning. I think I will, because it's been almost a week. So today I felt better than I did yesterday too. So.
No, that's good.
Have you been blowing your nose a lot?
Yeah. I get bloody noses easily when I'm sick. Happens all the time.
My nosing means the thing on your own face.
It's no biggie.
All right, then.
He's a champ. He's a champ, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, so maybe I'll start doing those shorts like that, or just screen recording while I let her too, because I got a bunch of pages.
It really would work if you. If anything, if you just take the lettering as jangling the keys and talk about some philosophical point.
Well, yeah, it's good to have like a base video, even on the videos I do, like a base video going on in the background, and then if you have points, you could overlay things over it. You know, it just keeps that. So, like you said, the keys jangling for your eyes to pay attention to something.
I've been thinking, because Irene has been setting up her little camera there. I was thinking about getting a camera and having it looking at the iPad screen while I work, instead of, because people like having the view from a camera looking at one of these screens rather than just a screen capture.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm.
But I just haven't dedicated. I know I should be doing shorts. I haven't decided to make the freaking flip. Maybe I should.
Yeah, this camera has been great.
Yeah, I need a new camera.
I've been recording because I just record. I'm not recording right now, but I will for this panel. I just set it to record and I make shorts. I merge it with just video narration for shorts, and then I've been uploading longer time-lapse videos as well. So it's like two birds, one stone. I get regular videos instead of having to stream all the time. It's great.
Awesome. Yeah, I put all of our Global Comics links in the description to this as well. So any of you guys, I know we got almost 50 viewers in here. So you guys, I'm sure you guys read comics. Check out Global Comics. It's awesome. We all have books on here that you guys could read, some of them for free, like some pages. Like I think I have the first 10 pages of each of my stories on here for free that you could read. And then if you guys dig it, you could sign up for this. We have like almost everything on here, like a bunch of image books, Dark Horse. We've talked about it a bunch. Definitely check out Global Comics. Give us each a follow. So our links are in the description, and it does really cool, like panel by panel view comics. I think this one's set up for it. Boosh.
Yeah, all of us have something on Global you can read, and
Yes.
like we put all the work into setting it up and doing the cool. You can read it a bunch of different ways. You can get the panel to panel. You can get the full normal spread view.
Very nice. Look at those cutouts.
Yeah, super fun, super cool. And you could read it just like a regular comic as well. It's great for on your phone and tablet. So check that out. And you could, I have it so you could buy a PDF of it as well if you want to have it forever. You get it digitally. But that's one way to support us and check out some awesome books on the go. And they have, like I said, so much other stuff. If you guys watch Bancrofts, he's always talking about, the comics he's reading on there, which I did read. I don't know if Michael was here Monday when I talked about reading Ain't No Grave. I talked about it a little bit on my Monday show, but I finished this. I bought it at a local shop. I don't want to spoil it for Michael, but the art was cool. I'm going to say, Michael, I think it's a little overrated, though.
Damn.
A lot of comics are.
But the art is cool. The world is cool. My gripe with it was, I said this Monday, but I think it would have hit. And this might be a testament to my preconceived notions, but probably more society is to blame. I think it would have hit harder if it was a male protagonist.
Oh, how dare you,
Not
Phil?
allowed, Phil.
How could you
Logic?
say that ever?
How come you say that?
Oh, God, you don't say.
I just think.
Where is it? Dama Solo says, "Have you noticed jump in sales after joining Global?" I don't think I have.
I
But
haven't.
I think having the previews up there, it's like there's certain ways of marketing that don't get you a sale instantly. It's like the pressure moment is what gets like sales, like a closeout or an open. It's like a surge moment. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Having the preview out there or whatever for people to read, it gets them ready for one of those choke points.
Yeah, I agree. About getting sales or reviews, it's not. I don't think there's a magic way of you put something on a platform and it just happens. It's everything has a slow build up to you do the prep work, and then months and months down the line and many pages later, there's a payoff because you did all this prep work and you've been updating people and marketing over and over again. And I think Global Comics is part of that.
Well, it adds to your net, right? So like there's people on Global Comics that never heard of me or us that have read my books now. And I've had a good amount of people actually comment on the some of the stories, and some of them I don't know, like they haven't seen me on YouTube or anything, but they have noticed that my books are being crowdfunded because you could add this little thing that says, hey, go check out the crowdfunder on Kickstarter. And people in the comments of some of the stories have been like, oh, I saw your Psycho Slumber thing. I'm thinking about picking that up. I really love this story that I just read here. And so it's at least getting the crowdfunding campaign into new eyes, in front of new eyes, through this other platform digitally. And and the crowdfunding aspect is a great feature that you can link to this digital site. So I literally could click this, and then it takes you to the Kickstarter, which we're doing right now.
You know, like on mobile, there's like a green. Oh, let my battery turn around. There's like a green. Come on, battery, go away. 7%. There we go. There's like a green countdown timer you can add on mobile too. Also,
awesome.
I got 2K to over 2,000 views on this now officially. Like it's not 1,500, and that's look at the disgusting fingerprints all over my phone. That is like 2,000 views. It's not from me. Those 2,000 people, or like let's say it's like 1,000 actual unique views, or maybe like a quarter, right? All those people wouldn't have seen Carnal, and if I hadn't put it up. It's like this week I put the vertical and the normal view on Newgrounds this week. Like I went over there, and like that has they both have hundreds of views over there. Again, that's people who wouldn't see it.
Right.
Bancroft said in the chat earlier, and I was just about to say it because it's my favorite thing to say, and I'm sure he just pulled it out of the ether. He said, "You say someone needs to hear and see a thing about several times. It's 5 times."
I was just gonna say that too.
Really?
Damn it!
It's because I told all you guys. It's like you have to hear about it 5 times. Like the 5th time they'll buy it, and like wherever you put it up, that could be time 2 or 3 that they see it. 1, 2, 3, 4. So
yeah, it has that. I never knew that, Jake. That's awesome. On the mobile phone, it has a little.
Mine
thing.
is set for the 1st of October. But yeah, like, which is the latest that the campaign will end.
That's so cool because just that feature alone tells you that the guys at Global Comics want to help the creator, because if we do well as creators, it's going to drive more traction to their site, and it's this relationship that is better for everybody. So it's awesome that they're doing that.
I've had a lot of fun using Newgrounds. Like, I know if Ellie says Newgrounds, is that still around? Have you tried eBums World? Yeah. Spent like all day on ebumsworld.com, iFunny. There was like another one.
Yeah, I've heard of Newgrounds.
Yes.
And I also decided to travel back to the 2000s, and I opened an account and posted on there. It's actually a really good website. I like the interface. It feels like 2000s internet, which I miss a lot. It feels real and not AstroTurf like a lot of other sites. And yeah, I put a bunch of art and the preview for Fiendish 1 on there as well. But there's not a lot of views, and I don't really care because every view counts. There is no place where it's like I'll post it on there and then I get all my sales and I'll get 5 million views. I've posted Fiendish on, now it's on Newgrounds, it's on DeviantArt, it's on ArtStation, it's on my own website, it's on Global Comics, and I post on Facebook, and I post my progress on YouTube and Twitter, and I maintain all of this. So it takes a lot of work, but just like Jake was saying, people need to see a product at least 5 times before it's in their brain and they're thinking about it even when the ad or the comic isn't in front of them and they want to buy it.
Yeah, like I have a friend of a friend at a wedding. He like did marketing for Sony like video game stuff, and I was like, there was two things, like what is the best marketing strategy? Where do you go? And he says, just blast it everywhere all the time.
Yeah.
Just find every single like I can't do that because I would hate the sound of my own voice. I would hate the look of my own freaking ads. I can't do that, but some people can, and they succeed because they can just yak 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 or just bother people constantly. But yeah, the strategy is like just find every single avenue to put stuff out there and put it out there. Instagram, which I don't do enough of. Like just blast it. Like I got a new backer on Connell this week, connellcomic.com. And I think they were someone who just stumbled upon Creative Block, and ended up checking out the book and backed it, which I'm very grateful for. But yeah, Phil,
awesome.
the cool thing about Newgrounds, if you share my screen, I was even able to put up the vertical.
Oh, nice.
Cover, which is on its way to the auction winner. I don't think these are untoward. But look, I could put the whole vertical comic up here because you can make a gallery, which is like images that are there's no gap, so you can do like a whole vertical comic.
That's
so yeah,
cool.
You can go read the whole preview of Connell in vertical form. I will jump past this one for Phil's sake of Phil's channel. But yeah, so you can go read for yourself over on my Newgrounds, the fun vertical. And
Cool. That turned out well. You planned for the vertical from the start too. Like, how would you move the panels around into vertical? So that's paying off.
But yeah, so that was like a big thing during this week.
That's awesome.
Chase, wait, scroll back. Jay Ryan says Jake is the next Rod McFarlane. Yeah. That's Bancroft's. That's why he should say who drew the Lucent thing. He's
Rod. Yeah, it does look awesome. Yeah, everybody go check out Carnal. Link is in the description. Let's check up and see if Pear's still alive. Pear?
Yeah, what's up?
Okay, we need every 10 minutes. We need a pair check.
Yeah. How you doing over there?
Good.
Good, buddy. I'm glad. Yeah, and speaking of blasting, this is on Kickstarter. I feel like 2 weeks ago. Has this been up for 2 weeks? We launched this 2 weeks ago. I think right after the last Creative Block. But it's on Kickstarter. It's also on Indiegogo. Like I said, more than halfway done with the letters. This is going to start shipping out in April for fulfillment time. We got the new Kick-Ass Doug Mankey cover, which is on both platforms. Exclusive to Kickstarter is the signed copy, signed by Doug. I was just like, when I got home, Shelby had sent me this book. Where is it? Right here. It's a Doug Mankey Superman Wonder Woman book. It's like a hardcover. And I'd never read it before, but I was looking through it. It looks freaking awesome. Magog is in it. If you guys are Kingdom Come fans, Magog has a return. He's like this crazy superhero, supervillain guy, but insane art. And it's like you look at this guy's pedigree, not pedigree, but what he's done in the past. Like he's done so much in DC, and this was some really cool stuff. So
those look wonderful.
Yeah, and he like draws a super in shape Wonder Woman. She doesn't look super masculine or anything. He keeps the form and beauty and everything. But he did this awesome cover for us. There's also a black and white Virgin cover on the Kickstarter. We're combining, in with both Indiegogo and Kickstarter. I think we're 3 backers away from hitting 200 backers, which is so cool. Thank you guys so much. If you guys have not backed this yet, please do so. It's going to be coming out just in a few months. And we showed off this back cover as well by Oliver Isabedra, who's he totally killed it on this. So this is going to be The back cover will be colored in the book as well. I think we're going to use it as like a chapter break. But
Henry said he made a Kickstarter account just so he could get your Doug Mankey cover.
Really awesome, man. That's great. Thank you so much. Well, hopefully,
it's so cool that you have these people who you like love and respect their stuff, and then they like have come over and done covers for you, Doug Mankey, the Biz. You're a very blessed individual, Phil.
I know. I totally agree. It's crazy. It's surreal, but it's so cool because I mean, I've been talking to Doug for so long. He did those trailers for us and the bookmarks, and to finally have something like this for a book, it's just so cool. He just finished, I think he was on a Batman book called Batman Off-World, and it was like Batman in space. And I think that's being collected soon, so definitely check that out. But yeah, it's insane that we chat and he knows about the projects and stuff, and you can have him on stream.
So if you scroll back up again, that's all of it is Saavedra.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That the drawing of the he drew both of those women very pretty. It's very wonderful. But is this the artist who's doing your Western?
Yes, this is Oliver, who we're doing a Western book later in the year with, and we already have like the first preview book done right now. And I'm going to send it to some buddies to see. I'll send it to you. I sent it to Narwhal. I sent it to you and Irene if you guys have any edit ideas or anything. But that is this summer. We'll probably be putting that out, and he's finishing up some pages for the first issue. So there's like an issue 0, which is done, and then issue 1 is being worked on right now. So he's in freaking mind.
Cool.
It's gonna be so cool. So it's like there's so many things in production right now, and if we land all of our targets, then we'll be able to put out a lot of content this year. Some pretty awesome stuff.
Isn't it cool to have so many things going on, but not to feel snowed under? You kind of feel like, yes, like you feel like this accomplished, like, oh, my power level just raised up or something.
Yeah, it's almost like I don't feel bogged down by it. I'm like, man, I have a bunch of stuff going on, but I could be doing so much more because I have so many more ideas that I want to work on, It's like I can only write so much a week, and I wish I could do more and be getting 2 more books out this year.
Speaking of like working on stuff that's going to be this week, I have decided that I'm going to put Connell on Kickstarter. It's a while away, and the covers that I made for Connell, they're like classic, just normal. They're not like tits out covers, right? They're like just trying to be nice for the covers, and they're both wraparounds. I was kind of thinking like if Connell, like literally it's in the title, if Connell the Barbarian is to go to Kickstarter, then it needs like new covers that are Kickstarter-esque.
Sure.
So like this week I was like, I'm gonna do it, and I've been planning what to do for Kickstarter, and I was a bit stressed because I was like, I like doing everything myself because it means that I don't have to ask other people to do stuff.
Yeah.
And even this week, I was like, man, poor Phil. Imagine having to find artists and like rely on them to do things, and you make whole business plans that are dependent on like another
that
person
must
to do
be
the
stressful.
work.
I apologize on behalf of all artists.
You get used to it. I mean, that's like the whole thing where the longer you do it, the more people you vet out of being like, oh, this guy's reliable, and like Ellen Howell Comics, I could be like, hey man, I need a character design for this. Here's the description, and I mean, I'll have it next week. You know, like
I see his artwork popping up on Twitter more and more often now, and it's
Yeah.
very good. He's doing really good stuff. It's
Yeah,
great
he's
to see.
awesome.
It's always a treat. But like, yeah, so this Kickstarter thing, because I'm like, okay, so it has to have something new to it because it's Kickstarter. It has to have a Kickstarter-esque thing, and I like going hard on anything. So I'm like, how about there's no repeat stuff? The Indiegogo stuff was the Indiegogo stuff, and those people got that.
Yeah.
Like, just make. So I'm thinking of doing basically all new stuff for the Kickstarter, which I hope people would be excited about. It's gonna look freaking cool. I found a guest artist this week to do a guest cover, and the cover's gonna look fucking sick. I'm not gonna be able to reveal it for a while, but it's gonna look amazing. Like I
you know the layout idea?
Hmm?
Do you have a layout idea for it?
So yeah, literally today, the guest artists. I'm always like, man, I hope Connell's not too much for them. I hope they're not like, no, I don't want to work on it. Every time I reach out and ask someone if they want to work on it, they're like, this is really fun. It was really fun to read. And I'm like, yay! Like, oh,
It's so unique. You know, I would imagine that it's not in everybody's wheelhouse. So stepping out of your bounds is usually a fun challenge.
Yeah. Man, I've realized, because I've been just drawing again. Going back and uploading the comic pages to Newgrounds. I was like looking at them again, and I'm like, man, no one would bother drawing a comic like with this fucking layout style, or it's all like, but like it looks different. I was very happy with the layouts basically. But yes, literally today they got back to me and they had read the whole book, and I was like, please don't hate it, please don't hate it. And they thought it was great, and I was like, do you have a moment from the book that you would want to do set the because I like putting all of the covers are like moments from the story. I'm working on a cover for the Kickstarter one, and it is basically a cover that's the crescendo of the story, and there's actually a pretty big spoiler on the back, so I'm not going to show it off. But yeah, they picked a moment, and they were like, but I don't know if it's a cover thing. I instantly got an idea for the layout. And so I did the layout suggestion for the cover so quick and sent it to them. I was worried I wouldn't be able to think of something, and I'd be like, just put boobs somewhere, I guess. But no, the guest cover for the Kickstarter, it's another story scene. It's great. They're all and it's going to be a double page spread as well. They said I was worried if they find a really awesome artist, and you're like, can it be a spread? Can it be like a wraparound? Like it's asking too much of them. It's like, can't you just have a normal cover like a normal person? But no. So the guest artist is going to do a wraparound, and I'm very happy with the concept of their cover. But yeah, other than that, I've been working on my own cover. Phil, get this. Imagine this. The new concept for cover. It's called the Ouroboros cover. Can you guess what that would be? Can you guess what does Ouroboros invoke cover-wise?
This is like your PowerPoints with the different types of panels that you come up with in your head.
Ouroboros, Ouroboros.
Fine, Ouroboros cover.
Ouroboros.
It's pronounced the word correctly.
Okay.
Thank you.
We'll call it the Mobius cover because it's like a Mobius strip. Right. Okay. So imagine I have my wonderful Lucent hardbacks to do an example.
Is the book a wheel now? The book is a wheel.
So you can have wraparound covers. It's on the front and back, and it's joined in the spine. But what if, Phil, you had 2 copies of a book and their spines? Wait, you gotta have the front. So, and their covers joined like this on the front, and then the artwork wrapped around, and then they also joined on the back. Infinite loop.
Was one of them upside down?
Huh?
Is one of them upside down though?
Yeah, one of them would have the artwork technically upside down.
So it makes a Mobius strip.
Yeah, it makes an infinite loop of art that joins on both sides.
Just make it spherical, okay?
just have like a clear perspective, whatever the fuck.
I could put the artwork on the inside of a sphere for people to view it in 3D and move it around.
Apparently it's Ouroboros. Yeah.
Ouroboros.
This almost did Boros. I agree.
Ouroboros batteries.
Cover idea. I'll believe it when I see it, Jake, you know?
Okay. Yeah, look, the Jeep says that's just crazy enough to work, and he's an engineer.
It is crazy. I don't know if
so. Yeah, the artwork is it's basically it would be across 2 books, so it's two issue ones that have joining covers basically, but they'd be a duo bundle, but they would cost less because you're buying 2 books. Okay, here's another thing. Speaking of snakes, seeing as it would have like all new stuff, and we had the throbbing package on Indiegogo, and then there would technically be another throbbing package, right?
Ooh, there would be a new one, and all the stuff is new.
And if the 2 throbbing packages together would essentially become the twin snakes.
That's true, and it's the year of the snake.
It's the year of the snake? Twin snakes?
You have to do it.
Genius.
Yeah, Pear, how you doing?
Doing okay. Yeah.
Well, he's still talking, so.
Good to hear. We do have a new super chat from Mr. Nate Callis. He says, I just sent you a picture of the Rocketeer and Butch figure via email. Let's check this out. Oh, I didn't know he had a dog. Shows what I know. There's the Rocketeer. Does he have the weird pants? He does. He's got those he always has weird hips. The Rocketeer. And there's Butch. He just looks like Lobo's dog, but not white. It's like brown. Is that Mauser? Pretty dope. I like it.
That's but that's some good looking. Oh, I thought that was a cosplay for a second. What the fuck? I thought that was a photo in a bookshop of someone standing in.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah, that cosplay where they just dislocated their hips.
I was gonna say that's a really good cosplay.
Thanks, Nate. That was awesome.
You got 2 people who are falling apart. Email.
The Rocketeer's not even eating himself. I know. It's totally inaccurate. He's not Ouroborosing himself.
Ouroborosing.
Yeah. Oh, let me get back to this. Bancroft asked me to explain why I thought this story would work better if the protagonist was a male. And Raiden Radio's in the chat. I think didn't you guys read? Did you read this whole book on the gutter? I don't think Aldous and him liked it, but they don't usually like a lot of things over there. I don't blame them. But here's my argument of why why it kind of took me out that it wasn't a male, especially in the last issue, which I'm not going to spoil. But there's more verisimilitude in the story, great word, if this character is a male character, just because it's a period piece, it's a Western, it's also a fantasy part of it. This is half Western, half fantasy world. They go to hell, and she tries to kill to death. But she's this if you guys are familiar with the movie The Unforgiven with Clint Eastwood, she's basically the guy from Unforgiven, except she's not old. So she's an ex-outlaw, killer, cheat, made her living doing those things. Very manly things. And those aren't synonymous with female features. And she has like tuberculosis or whatever. She's sick. She's going to die. And she leaves her family to go try to kill death or try to cheat death so she doesn't die, so she could be with her family. It's just everything in this story, I think, would be better and more believable if it was a male character. And reading this and getting to the end, it's in my head that, oh, she's a female character for a reason, not like any political reason or anything, but it was a choice that a writer made and it takes me out of the world, because in my head I'm like, oh, a writer made this. It just takes me out of the story. I'm like, this was a divine intervention choice that someone's hand came down and put this character here, rather than and it might be that just might be me, but rather than me just enjoying the ride, where if it was a male character, I'd instantly believe it. And I said this on my show the other day, is if I was writing this and I was like, okay, we're definitely gonna have a female character, it's gonna be the same story, I would feel like I'd have to explain to my audience the backstory that made her the way she is. Why is she a killer and a cheater?
Oh, so it didn't have like the setup of like her dad wanted a son.
Yeah,
and made her be this.
I was about to ask that, because in the Old West and the frontier days, there were a lot of tough women, but it was less. Like everybody knows, it's usually men, so you kind of need to explain a backstory if it's going to be a woman.
Right, and that's my opinion on it. But yeah, I would want to explain that, and then you'd get a better connection with her of why she's like that, and then you'd be more sympathetic for her as well in the situation she's in. Down Goes Solo asks, does she have a husband? She does. She leaves her husband and daughter at home to go on this adventure. And I like
that does not sound believable.
Right.
No, why isn't her husband helping her? That doesn't make any sense.
The husband doesn't want her to go as well. The husband's like, no, don't go. And she's like,
so he should go stop her, or if you can't, you go. It would be better story if he was chasing after her to try and stop her, and then ends up helping her. It's just like, I can't stop you, but I'm gonna help you, because that's like what men do. My God, it's terrible.
If my wife like ran away on some revenge quests, I would have to follow it and just constantly stop her.
And is he an outlaw as well?
No, he doesn't come from that lifestyle or background, and they have an argument about it at one point as well, where the city's trying to take their land from them, and she wins it back by cheating in a poker game. And he gets mad at her about that because, oh, you're teaching our daughter that you could just cheat your way through life, basically like that. So it's kind of they come from two different walks of life.
She wouldn't.
Sounds like
to get the husband to not go after her believably, she'd have to do some shenanigans that mean that he'd have to stay back. Like,
I know there's
he's
so
in
many
some legal bind now that makes him have to stay in the town or something. Like she gets him framed for a crime he didn't commit, so he's on like probation in the village and can't leave or something.
99% of men would have to be forced to stay back. It feels like they just switch the male and female roles with no explanation.
Yeah, and maybe it was just like a design thing where like they liked how this character design looked or something, or it also was reminiscent of who wrote it? Down Goes Solo. It was, what's this guy's name? Scotty Young. He did that I Hate Fairyland stuff, but he's just the writer here, and the artist is Jorge Corona, and they've done a few books together in the past as well. And the art is cool, like very scenic, very westerny, cool designs. But that stuff just took me out of it, and it does seem like, oh, we're just gonna make it a chick for no real reason. Yeah, he has to look after their daughter, so he stays behind. Michael says, which
there's no one else. There's nobody else that can take the daughter.
yeah, that wasn't part of the plot. Like it's very much a solo story from there on. Yeah,
I don't know. I haven't read it, but it's I don't know. I'm sure it's other than that a pretty good book.
Yeah, having it be a woman makes it like in the realm of fantasy. And who would want? When you read westerns, you're in it for like the real grit, the reality of the real world stuff. You don't really want fantasy. Like combining a western and fantasy sounds like just a crazy idea that no one should try. Not that they would try.
No,
thrown some dragons in there. Go all out. That's what westerns really need.
Yeah, all of the fantasy stuff in this book is really cool. Like here's what death looks like. The designs, the fantasy world, Cyprus, and
it is fantasy.
Yes, it is. It's fantasy. So
then it's then it's fine that it's the protagonist of one.
But
the
protagonist is not fantastical. The protagonist is presented as a regular human that's traveling to the underworld with her gun.
Okay. If she's supposed to be the straight man, pun intended,
she doesn't have like any superpowers or anything. She's just an outlaw that's good.
Yeah,
I don't agree that
right.
just
right.
Yeah, I mean, I can't tell if this is sarcasm, but I mean, I think you have a lot of leeway in fantasy, but the way humans function doesn't change even if it's a fantasy world. So some things would still be off-putting. It's like, I don't know. I think even in Fiendish, if I were to have that kind of story, and in those roles, I consider very carefully the roles that I give men and women, because we're still humans. So
yeah, when is Casimir gonna bump into female Casimir with female Iskull, and they're
who functions exactly the same way with no difference at all,
and they have like a magical guy who's the male Ragnar.
Yeah, who also acts. Yeah,
they just cross paths with the flipped team.
Yeah, good. Chapter 4, guys. Chapter 4.
There are some boobs in this book too. They go to like this cool casino. The casino.
How many? 3, 5, 7.
I don't know. Maybe 6.
An even number of boobs. This doesn't sound right.
It's like a brothel, gambling house. It also reminded me of Kelly Sue DeConnick's book from like 10 years ago called Pretty Deadly, which was also a fantasy western that dealt with death. Very like similar themes, death being a title that people take over, which is interesting. The main theme of this is very simple. It's like, if you guys know the El Dorado poem by Edgar Allan Poe, thematically it's very much that. It's like where
see what Bancroft likes it now.
With that character with the big ass and the gold earrings.
No,
El Dorado.
No, that's a Disney movie or something.
Oh,
no. It's basically like,
the original poem.
No, the ass was not in the original poem, but the theme's cool. It's like, go searching for the land of El Dorado when you always had it waiting for you at home. But that's my criticism of the week.
Do you want to see some of this cover that I've been working on?
Yeah,
show us a little bit, because I'm very proud of all the blocks I've drawn. It's basically, I won't show too much because it's like the crescendo. It takes place during the climax of the story.
All right, don't spoil. Don't spoil.
So it would be relatively spoilery if it was all shown. But yeah, so there. I have got so used to drawing block away crowd scenes. I have so much fun. I am like, there's 2 new ones over here that just came out. I love this guy. He looks so dumb.
He's got like kid and play hair. It's awesome.
Yeah, is the first one who has that hairstyle. This I love that I haven't done like the monobrow block yet, the caveman monobrow. But yeah, they're all running away from something. And like there's even whatever the little guy's name was. I know this is Slick, and this is Dungo. I forgot what the little guy's name is. What we'll name him? I forgot. I gotta get the op. I keep looking back at my own preview book full of character designs so I can draw these guys.
I think I have mine somewhere over here.
But yeah, as we move past this thing that no one knows what it is, that doesn't have a familiar aesthetic to it at all, we can see this guy. He's just like, my God.
He's in awe.
He's in awe.
By the gods.
He never thought he would see in his life such a majestic form that everyone's running away.
Can't wait
like
to see.
this guy, this guy's helping the other one up. All three of these are just made up on the spot. I love making up blocks now. I said in that Sketchy Starts would have like character designs for every block.
Yeah.
But that means I'd have to like go back and draw design sheets for characters who like one time appear.
Well, there could be background characters, basically. You know.
Yeah. There's this guy over here who was not able to run away.
Damn.
And there's a couple of lady blokes who are very pleased about what they're seeing. This has been so fun to do the composition for. I love this guy's, he's
not gonna make it.
I'm loving doing the cartoon gore. But yeah, let's moving past this area of spoiler white. There's like another bunch of them all trying to escape from whatever happens to be covered over by the white.
This is a cover?
Yeah. This is.
Wow.
So I think it might have been Ellie. He said like, does one of the covers have to be upside down? Both the back covers make a very detailed scene that's like the crescendo. And the two front covers basically have two female characters in the typical Kickstarter-y boob visual. So it's like nice. you get to do the boob, but then you also get like the nice too many different elements story moment. You know what I mean? Which I can't. I want that in all the covers. I don't want to just do a boob cover. I want it to be a story cover. So yeah, this is like zoomed in. Look, you can the very simple, not drawn. I let myself do one silhouetted guy. I'm like, fuck it.
When that comes out, people are gonna zoom in on that and be like, "This guy doesn't even put detail on his character."
Yeah, this guy doesn't even wearing clothes. Should I just color him full blue so he's like just naked?
Yeah, he's naked.
Look, there's guys who are getting whacked off in a way. Bam. They're getting bammed. Look at this fucker. Look at this guy.
Get whacked off?
Yeah, they're getting thwarted by whatever this is that no one can guess what it is.
It's like a Green Lantern construct.
And look, here are three standing brave and strong. There's Brognar in the middle. There's the guy on the right is called Ken. And he's named after a guy he's actually slightly designed after a guy that we met at New York Comic Con, because I was drawing a blog and it ended up looking like him, and I'm like, that's Ken. So he's called Ken. I don't have a name for this guy, but he's on like the second page. He's like in the hole that they make in the seedling pod, and I don't have a name for him, but he looks like a vampire, so I think I might call him like Nosferatu or Dracula, or like Draculatu or Drakea or Draco. Maybe I'll call him Draco, but he has to be something like that because that's what's in my head at the time when I drew him. And look, all these cowards running away. And then there are also some lovely ladies in the scene.
Hey now.
These are the more brutal, lethal brood mothers who kind of probably end up going off on a duo, and they
Who's that one?
there's Puff Puff doing something, which is also a reference to a story moment that happens. But yeah, Puff Puff is in every cover. She's always eating something. But yeah, we got the Seed Shaman makes an appearance in this cover. We also have a very big appearance of Slugsy. Slugsy takes center stage. Puff Puff, no! Don't do it, Puff Puff.
I love Slugsy. Look at him.
This is like the best Slugsy ever. This is the first time Slugsy's snake on his hat has been designed properly. And it's a reference to something else that people won't know about for like 10 million years. This is like, you know, when they had Mufasa, but he was like in a circus in like a different Disney thing.
Mufasa. The lion?
The lion. Like they just put they put the different characters in. Oh, wait.
What, in Pinocchio?
Yeah, they put Mufasa in Pinocchio. So like Slugsy, people know that Slugsy has this like slug body.
Yes,
and
I
so
know that.
There's a trail behind where a seedling has met an unfortunate end.
They're pulling him out.
Yeah, they're trying to pull him out, but they're just pulling.
This is like a Where's Waldo? This cover.
Yeah, so this is like the Ouroboros cover, and it is the two back covers that join up are basically one massive Where's Wally, as it were.
I can't wait to see this. It's gonna be awesome.
Yep, that's it.
That's
cool. A little showing, but I've really loved drawing these blocks. I've drawn so many like crowd scenes of them all doing stuff that now it just drawing a million poses where they're all technically supposed to be doing the same thing, meaning fleeing, but then you have to draw a different pose for all of them that indicates their actual personality and like a story of the chain of events of like who ran away first and stuff. It's so much work, but it's so goddamn fun. Like, you can make just tiny little vignettes. Like, I didn't have to bother drawing these guys helping each other up on some rocks, but...
Yeah, everything's its own character and scene, and something's going on. You could put their thoughts in their head right there. We got a violent
Sorry
comic.
if I went on a bit too much violent comics.
No, he says you guys are such good friends to listen to Jake.
Yeah, you have to be a good friend to listen to all of this. Cool. Well, hopefully we still have some viewers.
Yeah, we have more viewers than we've ever had. We've actually gone up in viewers since you started talking. I'm not kidding you.
Yeah.
But yeah, look.
We're doing boobs.
Yeah, Great Sage.
Yeah, well, wait. We're going to cover that up.
Oh my god.
Yeah, don't show that. Woo! Let's see. Alex was confused. He says erogenous cover?
Ouroboros. I can't believe you guys call it Ouroboros.
Everybody calls it Ouroboros. That's what it's called. All right.
The Slugsy's the best. This is great.
Oh no.
Pierre,
are you doing good?
Yeah, I'm thinking about taking off in a second, maybe. That was all.
It's okay,
All
man.
right, don't die.
Yeah, message us tomorrow or tweet tomorrow and tell us if how you're doing. You know.
Yeah.
We need a check-in for life.
Yeah, thanks for caring if I die or not, you guys. Makes me feel
of course
warm and fuzzy.
You should tweet tomorrow. I'm officially dead.
No.
And next week it will be my channel for realsies, and we'll
hope so.
Wild TikTok and some other stuff.
Yeah, he wants to stream on TikTok.
Yeah.
I've been building it up so much.
Hope Narwhal is better next week so we can finally relieve Phil of having to host a show again. Yeah, because he's the fallback, apparently, every time.
Well, I always wait to see if Phil's going to offer.
I straight up said I'm not doing it, so thanks, Phil.
Yeah, I dove on it. It's been good.
Well, you got like 50 million
viewers.
camels sitting in his grave because of how many Nate Callis super chats you got tonight. So I think you've done quite well.
You have
People
been
like that.
rewarded for your help.
Yeah. I know. It's you guys are too much. Yeah. But yeah, if you want to jump out whenever, Pear, don't let us hold you up. But you
Okay,
can
I'll
start
go
sharing.
in a second, but let me just reiterate how crazy it is that Luka Doncic got traded to the LA Lakers.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Who do you root for now?
I guess the Lakers. I love Luka. And so now
Wow.
he's playing with LeBron. LeBron's 40 years old. He's the oldest fuck who's ever played basketball. And he's like pretty good still. He's basically the best 40-year-old ever.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's him and Luka, ride or die, and we'll see how it goes.
There you go. Make some bets.
Yeah, I think I will.
Good.
All right, see you guys
Well,
later.
See you, Pear.
Bye.
Sleep well, but wake up again, please.
Yeah, wake up when you're done sleeping. That's a good idea.
Overdose on ivermectin. Okay, he's gone. Now that he's out of the way, I have some stuff to show.
Yeah, what are you working on?
Well, no, I was kidding. I'm kidding. Well, yes, this is what I'm working on right now. But, well, I guess I have some stuff to show on Global Comics because I expanded the preview section. But I expanded the preview section for chapter 2 and 3 for Fiendish because I realized chapter 1 has a shit ton of views on Global Comics. I might be misquoting, but I think it's like 10K or something, absolutely fucking crazy, and I really appreciate it. And I think it's because half the damn book is free. So I've decided I'm going to have really big preview sections for every book now. And this might be a dumb idea, but I am currently thinking, I'll share my screen, of having almost half of chapter 3 just up on there for free when the campaign launches, because it's such a big book that I can afford it. There's so many, chapter 3 is insane. There's so many reveals that I have everything laid out. I've been inking it, as obviously as you can see, and I did a run just looking at how much story would be until the midway point, and I still have like 5 major reveals after that. So that's what I'm currently thinking of doing, because I'm believing Violent Comics might be dumb. Maybe, but listen, I'm a risk taker, and I'm starting to buy into the theory that you need to spend money and give away free stuff to earn money. So I've been working on my advertising. That's why I've been doing shorts. That's a lot of free work for free content, but it's bringing in viewers, it's getting my work in front of eyes. So anyways, Violence has hooked them with all the reveals. There is a lot, and I think it'll definitely be a hook. Wait till you guys read it. It's great. But yeah, I wanted to scroll through the chapter 2 preview so you guys can see if I can share my screen.
I keep, every time I mention him, I call him the Loogie guy, but his name is Caden. He put up half of Loogie up on Global Comics.
Yeah, and his book did great.
But I don't know if he put the whole thing up and just half of it was free, but people who had a subscription could still read it. So I put the preview up on Global of Connell, and there's going to be a second, when I put the Kickstarter out, there's another 8 pages that I'm going to put up as a preview. I'm wondering if I should just put them up as like not full releases on Global, just like new, like the second one is just like the second part. I'm like putting out in parts. This is what I'm thinking. Is putting it out in chunks better than putting like the whole half up at once? Because like, how many pages is half of the book? Is it going to be like 30? Is that actually 3 drops worth of content that you have, that you can like, you have? Because the idea of like marketing is like you always have something to talk about with your product, like always have something to talk about.
Right.
Like that is like, this week we got the first preview. And then the next one that comes out, you're like, okay, we got the second preview.
I would email the Global Comic guys about that and maybe get a look behind the curtain with how, on average, the success of people that put chunks out or a whole book release at once. Because I did ask about that before, and they were saying that longer page counts put up at different times seems to be more successful than trickling it out with like 7 pages at a time, you know.
Okay, cool. That's interesting. Yeah, because I don't want to break up the book. It's like if it's chapter 3, then it's chapter 3. I don't want to. Well, in the printed book, it's chapter 3, but if I put it up on some webcomic website or Global Comics, it's going to be chapter 3 and 4, and then it doesn't match with the printed book. But
Right.
but yeah, I want to upload the first chunk for free before the campaign or during it. We'll see how fast I work. And then the rest will go up for paid viewers afterwards.
Well, actually, we can ask the chat if someone wanted you to back their crowdfunder and you were able to check out such a huge preview, would that be a benefit to you? Would you get excited about that? Because I know a lot of people are like, I just want to save it. I just want to save it. And like they still can do that. I'm just wondering what the actual customers have a preference for.
Yeah. So the I've expanded. I'm showing chapter 2. I just scroll through. So I had a few pages just kind of towards the middle of the beginning of the book for chapter 2 here were for free, because most comics have a trade paperback, they would have 5 free pages on Amazon or on Comixology, and I've been thinking that's nowhere near enough. I want to see how the story flows. Like 5 pages is a scene, and you need several scenes. So I'm trying to shake this built-in preconception that I think is very pervasive in comics of you need to hold on to the material and you can't show it unless people pay for it. Sure, some of it should be that, but at the end of the day, if you're brand new and nobody knows your work and you're not, Millar or something, you're not famous, why would people pay for a product if they can't read it, even if you have really good art? So I want to show, and especially Fiendish should be read. It's it's a world building story, so it's what you would call, the term is low concept. So basically it's kind of gets in the weeds, and I think the best way to sell it is just have people fucking read it for free. But I have promised that I don't want to give out just like a full book that people have already paid for through crowdfunding, but going forward I want to have larger preview sections.
It's funny because like Perth is saying it, Dele says it, like not if the preview is bad. Dele, he would like it, but he's read some previews and not back because he didn't like what he read. Okay,
I put a poll in the chat, by the way, Jake.
I'm not worried about that. You're gonna love it.
I know, yeah. I don't think that's a worry, but here's the thing.
I pulled the chat.
I kind of don't want to take someone's money if they're not gonna like it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of
So here's the
course.
thing. I want returning customers. I don't.
Yeah.
If someone is gonna read the preview of Fiendish and they don't like it, then I don't want to trick people into buying something that they're not happy with, that they're not going to return for book 4 and 5 and 6. So that's fine. But I also think you will like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, all these are free. So go on Global Comics. You can check out all of this. I have it free until like right here, which I think is a pretty good cutoff point.
Yeah, I put a poll in the chat, everybody. It says, would you be more inclined to back a book if you could read a 10 to 20 page digital preview beforehand?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
cool.
Yeah, like when I know from the customer perspective with like comics that I know put a big preview out, I didn't read it, but I liked them putting it out. Made me feel like they had confidence in their product to show off that, you know what I mean? Also, to me it showed that like they were done with a bunch of it and could prove they were done with a bunch of it, and like I could at least skim read through some of the internals and glance at them, because I absolutely hate the cover is awesome and the internals look like they've had no effort put into them.
Yeah.
Like
Same.
I'm high F. My internals look like my covers.
Yeah.
Yep. I also, that's why I insist on doing. I have guest covers, but most of the Phoenix covers are by me. I actually don't. I don't know. I do a lot of covers for someone who doesn't really like doing them that much, but it's because the interiors and the cover need to match.
I've grown to really love drawing my own covers where they're a story scene. I need to stop, but I kind of want to turn every scene in the comic into a cover because it's so fun.
You're insane.
It's so
Perth.
fun.
Perth, read it, please.
Gold.
Read it, and then say what you think. I want to know what people think. I've had people. I really appreciate it when people say what they think, even on Twitter, or I've had people make some review videos. And even if someone was like, I didn't get this or that, tell me so I can improve. I want to hear the truth.
Yeah, read my books too, Perth.
Ellie says, "Wow, the color looks amazing."
Ah, yes. That is all thanks to my colorist Nick. He does an amazing job.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see how Nick colors 3.
Oh my god, yeah, I'm excited because it's every book, every single Phoenix book, I put him through the ringer because the first one wasn't supposed to be in color and it was shaded, like grayscale shaded, and then we hit a stretch goal for it to be in color. So I'm like, Nick, can you turn these shaded pages into color? And he figured out a way to filter that shit. And then chapter 2 was drawn digitally, and now chapter 3 is completely traditional. So bless him. Everybody thank Nick.
This is a good comment. Chris says, what gets me to read a book is a character I'm interested in.
Yeah, that is
I
important.
agree. And by that logic too, I mean, I would assume that if you got a preview, you'll be able to see if there's any characters that you are interested in, get a better feel for that character before backing, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes, a little more than 5 pages.
That is an interesting thing to drill down into, because I was trying to think of a topic once that was like, what makes you actually read your damn books? You know what I mean? Like, we own so many of them, and a lot of them are unread. I'm still glad that I have them. I still love my collection. I intend to read them, but it's like that. It seems like there has to be some kind of X factor that, like, when you finally get it, you actually read it. Like, I get really excited. I was excited to read Fiendish, excited to read The Lucent. I think it's because, like, I'd built some kind of hype around the purchase, and I'd become, like, invested in the story before even reading the story, rather than just, like, invested in the person. Because I think a lot of the purchases could be like, I like that person, I'll buy the thing, which is fine. Like, if people want to make purchases based on that, then, like, by all means, give us all the money. But, like, I don't know.
Well, that's good for an initial sale, but I think if you want to build something with longevity, and like, I'm not against that at all, and I actually think it's great that more YouTubers or influencers are making comics, but at the end of the day, it's not just, well, this is an interesting plot or interesting superpowers, whatever. Having a characters carry a story. Yeah. So having that be emphasized. And I think that's part of the problem with a lot of American comics. It's all about, I don't know, it depends, but a lot of it is more about a high concept instead of character development good. What's their personality?
Right. Character is what draws me to comic books. Like, just like what Chris was saying, like, I get excited and want to support a comic if I like the character. And that's why I got into comics, is because I love so many characters and character tropes. And, you know, it's like you're saying, Irene, like a lot of the American, especially like the 90s comics, it's all flash, high action, no longevity because the story and characters aren't there. And I think that is something I just heard this, someone was talking about this. and they were equating to why manga is hitting so hard in the past decade is because that's all they focus on is story and character, and that being so popular now has made it so the younger generation, the people that the kids that are interested in manga comics, they're still comics, they're interested in that now because that's what they've been binging for the last decade. Their tolerance for super detailed art might not be their preference now because they're so used to a more subdued art style, but so much detail in the character. And
Well, man,
I think the younger generation likes that toned down art, more softer style.
Here's the thing about detail is like a detailed piece of art can be nice, but who really gives a Irene, I know your art's very detailed. This isn't me.
Oh no! I think I agree on this point.
It's like, who gives a fuck about detail, really? Like, if you're reading this, I can go and look at some nice draw artisanal stuff on Instagram and love the art. I'm reading a comic for the story,
Right.
and story is character, and story is like growth of character and development of character. Now, the thing with manga and black and white, it's not like it's high in contrast, and it is stark and immediate, and the storytelling is conveyed quickly. Like, if people would want to denigrate a simpler art style, in a way, like my art style is simple because it's cartoony.
Mm-hmm.
It's more immediate. The story, the actual information is being conveyed. A lot of the time, you can have detailed art, and it can actually hinder the story because you're too busy looking at detail. Actually, Bone specifically uses detail for storytelling. It will be simple on panels that are meant to be read quickly, and detail is only introduced in Bone when you're meant to kind of like stay on it. It's for a point. It's not just nice art. And I think in manga, you're forced to focus on the storytelling. The speed that it's being produced even forces you to use every piece of the buffalo when it comes to storytelling. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm a colorist. I have a color comic. We have color comics. I've colored one of Irene's comics. I think coloring gets in the way of storytelling very often.
Yeah.
I don't think that, but often it does.
Yeah,
when it's not done well.
Not all the time. Like, color can be perfectly used to add storytelling, but most comics don't do that.
Yeah.
Most comics, adding color is like a whole new bandwidth of information that someone has to take in.
Oh yeah.
And it can be if you don't need it, then don't use it. Don't think you need color just as a placeholder. And I think if you're going to have color, you should use it to create a feeling.
I think color and detail are very similar in the sense that a good colorist is honestly worth whatever they want to charge you, because just like Jake said, if you're going to put color on a comic, it shouldn't be, well, it's just local colors or just slap colors on it because comics need to be in color. That's not true.
Or even just cool for the sake of cool, like, I threw a bunch of glowies everywhere.
It'll look cooler if it's in color. A good colorist helps the story become more clear with what they do. It's fucking magic. And I have a very good colorist, and I'm very grateful because I hate doing interior colors and I'm too slow. And I think with detail, it has to be very controlled as well, because with just like you guys mentioned, it can be distracting if you detail an entire page. So like looking at the pages I have here, the cover is obviously more, I mean, it feels a little pretentious using my work as a cover, an example, but I do have really detailed art, but I pull it back when doing interiors. And I think it's important for artists to remember more detail doesn't mean good. I draw a lot of detail because I like doing it. I don't think it makes everything better just because there's you can see like a fly on the wall 50 feet away or something. If you have a lot of greeble on your art and that's confusing and there's no focus because comics are about legibility and focus, then that work is a failure. So everything has to be clear, and that comes first. So, and I think that's what manga does well. Can't be as simply explained as their work is in black and white and the faces have big eyes or something like that, which I see a lot of some American comics, when they want to copy manga, they just copy the surface level stuff. They drop the big eyes or they make their comics in black and white. It's not that. It goes deeper than that. It's the storytelling and the presentation and everything. But part of it is just manga is very focused on clarity. And we can adapt that to how we do it in the American context.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, even like that piece that I showed with the Oliver piece that he did for Psycho Slumber, it's crazy detailed, but he's so good at contrast and making his figures legible and all of that. Like it shines through. And I mean, there's
you can tell the figures apart from each other.
Mm-hmm.
It's very clear, even in black and white. That's great. It's a great example of well-managed detail.
Yeah.
And you're obviously going to put more detail into a cover.
Yeah.
For sure.
Kind of marketing piece, because you want people to take detail. Takes time to process. You want someone to take the time to sit there and you want to give them something to process. If you want them to look at your cover, I would almost feel like I wasted my money if it's like a super basic cover image that's like the graphic designy ones where it's like we didn't have a cover art, but we have like a character design and we did some. I guess we have a logo and some colors here.
Yeah, Oz Great Sage, his manga still does power fantasies for men. Well, it's that, but manga, there's a lot of factors. There's the diversity of genre in manga. They don't deny the whole idea that if you want a broader audience, if you want women to read comics, it's not just adapting shonen for women. You make shoujo and josei.
Yeah.
That's only part of it, though.
Well, they have power fantasies for men because they do everything for everyone.
Yes.
And men are part of everyone. So they, you know what I mean? It's like this they actually are allowed to have like a range of stuff rather than...
They have power fantasies for women, too, but it's a different genre. I want to do a video sooner or later talking about this whole thing with manga.
All the genres, so much.
Yeah, each Creative Block episode can be picked apart into like 50 YouTube shorts.
Yeah. I'm sure more than that.
If you take the points and just put them in a video format.
Yeah, I forgot to pull these up. There's Narwhal. Look, he looks sick here too. He's all bundled up.
Yeah, I think someone said earlier that he looks like his, and it might have even been Michael himself said he looks.
It was. It's true. He was totally bundled like that. Yeah, these were great. And then this one's so good.
Yeah, baby. Wait, that's the old one.
Yeah,
that's from the past. Who owns that? Someone got? That's really good.
I know. It's so really good, dude.
I like how Jake's like, I did really good work.
Okay.
Do you have the scan of this?
I hope I do. I hope I really do. I think I do. So I'll find old art that I did and not actually realize it's mine. I'm like, this is really good.
Amazing.
I'm like, wait a minute, I drew this. This is great. Look at the comic. The comic page is perfectly faded out.
That's a cover.
Sorry for praising my own art.
How dare you?
Who owns that? You were lucky.
Like that one. That's a really good one.
I only do the Creative Block pieces once a year almost, and
the best.
I put work into this with the little lines.
Yeah, look at all that hatching. I remember this one.
Speed lines. Man, the even
got
the
the
speech
finished
bubble was
book.
great.
I know, it's so nice. My tome,
We're
my
all
beloved
making a-
tome. You even got the speed lines on the exclamation marks.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
fancy.
great.
I guess
Goddamn.
no one in the chat owns this.
Wow. Oh well.
You don't think
It was
that
one of the
Alex?
Red Valkyrie oceans.
Yeah.
Does
Go on,
Alex
Phil, what were
fit
you
on
gonna say?
those? I would think Alex, but I don't know. Maybe not.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't said it.
I wish I owned it.
If it is Alex, I'm glad he has it. I think Alex got the one I did this year.
Yeah. Poor Narwhal. Yeah, pre-order Vatican City, everybody. Go to your local comic shop. I'm gonna go this weekend. That's good.
I pre-ordered mine.
I'll go this weekend and pre-order it at the shop. Get those covers for Vatican City coming out in April. It's gonna be a great month for comics. April's coming out.
Hell yeah.
My book will be done by then. C2E2's in April. That'll be cool.
Man,
I'm just doing the meme. Alex is busy in the meme dungeon cranking out memes for you taskmasters.
Oh yeah. I hope he
Mush.
hope he's still around.
speaking of a good year for
Stable
comics.
Yes.
Oh, wait, Alex was in the chat. Wait a minute. I'm just scrolling up looking for him, that's all. So I've mentioned him before. Harry Partridge, who did Starbarians. I don't know if people in the chat know about the God Among Men, Harry Partridge.
He's got like the highest comic on Kickstarter this year or something, right?
It was out. He was crowdfunding it last year. Oh,
Yeah,
he's still funding.
It
Yeah,
did really
I don't
well.
know. But yeah, like he got his books printed, and he didn't get like a surplus of tons. You know what I mean? You know how like if you want to structure your business, you're like, man, issue 1 did well, and I can sell this forever because people buy issue 1. So like he didn't get tons printed. He only got like enough. There's only a few left, and they're gonna be. I think he's in fulfillment. So people at Osgreat says he backed Starbarians. I think we're gonna get Starbarians soon. It's like over 100 pages, and it's the book is like a Starbarians movie, but in comic form. Like it's a full story. Like he was adding like 20 pages here and there because he wanted to fully flesh it out like a full Starbarians movie. Get excited, guys! If you've backed that, I think he's going to be fulfilling it soon. I'm so excited. Talk about books you want to read. I can't wait to read that. I'm gonna get
great.
I bought 3 extra copies when I learned that he didn't get an extra ton of them printed. They're gonna end up being like a rare YouTuber artifact. You know, like YouTuber merch of actually popular YouTubers and not like.
Wait, like all the merch you can get at zadecomics.com?
In a way, like, yeah, Phil, if you became big, like PewDiePie big, people would be like, man, I remember getting the 100 mil merch drop. Like, actual big YouTubers do merch drops, and like people enjoy having their vintage. Like, I've got freaking Iron Mouse Nendroids around here. Where's my Iron Mouse Nendroids?
I don't know what you're
There
saying.
we go. Look, I got my that energy drink stuff, but I don't know why I got onto this. Why did I get onto this?
Harry Partridge.
Yeah, that book's gonna be one of those things because they didn't even have many surplus of them printed. So first editions.
That's another thing. Print more of book 1. I just had another shorts idea. Tips for crowdfunding and how to not fuck up.
Lot of magic cups. You gotta print more of those.
I mean, yeah, over ordering on your own book 1 is like faith in your own future. It could be a very stupid business decision if you suck.
Well, you have to be realistic about your audience reach. It's like not everyone can afford to print 20,000 book 1s, but definitely overprint by a lot because it depends on the structure. So if you're doing something that's more long form, it's generally the sales for book one will always be higher, and then they probably will go down until the end of an arc or until you have a trade coming out, like a collected edition, and then those sales will go up again. But the first in a series or in every arc will always sell more, so it helps to overprint, because then your unit price will, your unit per unit profit will go up. And I wish I did that for Fiendish, because I had to print like 2 more runs of Fiendish 1, and I could have saved a lot of money. Yeah, I can, more video ideas.
What's cool? What I want to do is I have the stretch goal at 10,000 of putting gold foil logo on the covers, right? In New York Comic Con, everyone who had like gold foil or a special treatment for their logo or whatever, those books would double the price of the normal book. And so what I'm thinking is,
I did it wrong.
if I do the Kickstarter, and the Kickstarter pushes it over 10K, that means every single book becomes gold foil logo. Then, after the campaign, all the gold foil logo books will be sold at double the price if you didn't back. And so everyone gets a book that is technically twice the value they paid. And like, the normal book is the normal price then. So like, people are, yeah, exactly, Phil, exactly. So if you had a bunch of them and you were selling them for like double the price, everyone technically got your audio.
Yeah, this is all. Maybe I should do that, because all of my Lost Pages 2 books have this on it. This is the only version I did of it.
But
it's a very convincing argument. I got to figure out a way to go foil from.
It's like a mirror.
But yeah, that's what I think I want to do. If everyone, if the Kickstarter pushes over the 10K, everyone gets gold foil logos on every book they have, and then all of those gold foils get sold at double the price later, and you can only get the normal non-foil logo at the same price. Yeah, a gold member. Exactly. See? Bancroft in the chat. They'll literally be gold members.
You're going to make me raise my prices, Jake.
Say again?
So you're going to make me raise my prices.
On the gold foil ones?
Yeah. Get it now.
But yeah, I think the Kickstarter will push us over and get us the gold, and then everyone gets the gold for the normal price. It's gonna be good.
It's a good idea.
There was some crazy like cover treatments. Everyone was doing the crazy, trippy foil for the logos.
Oh yeah, I was looking at the other books and indie books at New York Comic Con. People do some wild shit. I feel like I've been too tame. I was traumatized by a UV spot gloss.
Oh yeah.
Never tried anything after that.
How about the gimmicks?
Yeah. Somebody said, "Is it ink?" No, I did my nails. It's not ink on my fingers.
Oh, nice.
Oh, but yeah, speaking of detail, 30 minutes ago, I can show what I was working on this week. Might as well. Reward people who have stuck around.
Yeah, Phil.
So.
Oh, you got it? Awesome.
I thought I was going to just pad for a bit while you wanted to actually get the pages out if you're going to show pages.
I got them.
Oh, okay.
But that is cool. Hold it up. Is that spot gloss? Is there any?
Oh no. It's just a normal cover. This is something Phil, like, I wanted to get it and Phil had it, and it wasn't on sale. And when they reprinted, Phil sent me a link, so I was just showing Phil that I got it.
Nice. Yeah.
Cool.
I like that artist too. He's doing all.
This is a smaller size book.
It's little.
Yeah.
I want to do a little book that and round the corners on it, like a field guide to Deplorer or something.
Apparently, that's very expensive.
No, I would hand do it.
Just cut him.
So Jake's insane.
You are insane.
Well,
if it's a super small thing, okay, like, I don't know. There's going to be a very small. Only 16 people have the throbbing package on the campaign. If I added something super cool for them, I only have to make 16 of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's also your book one, so you can make extra special stuff and be extra, because then everyone will be rewarded for supporting the series early.
Yes.
Woo! Okay, I'll wait. So, well, there's Ragna. Oh, there you go. You can see the whole thing there. I'm very happy with that Ragna. But also, there's this shit. Look at that.
Oh my god!
Look at what I spent like 30 fucking hours on.
Yeah, this is the first time I've seen it done. That's crazy.
Yes. So, I have. There you go. That's all you get. Just tiny glimpse. That is definitely not a level of detail that I plan to do for every page. Speaking of, controlling yourself, but I want to literally just take that panel and blow it up and use it for a bunch of stuff. So I went really fucking extra with it. But yeah, that's done, and I have it in a bunch of shorts coming up. You'll see more of that. Yay, I have it all recorded. There you go. That's the universe. I drew the universe.
All of the universe.
Yes. Thanks, Cranberry.
Yeah, it looks that's cool to see it and all done. Because I remember seeing that just pencils.
Yeah. Wait, how long did it take?
Yes, how long did it take?
I've been working on this for what, like 3-4 days?
Wow.
Yeah, usually I can do a page every 2 days or so, but that took a while.
It's intense. It's worth it though.
Yep, I think so. I'm very happy with it. Yeah. Stars.
That's so cool.
Beautiful.
Oh. My hands hurt a little bit after that.
Yeah, if you guys have not checked out Fiendish Perth, read it. All right. Or you can go to fiendishcomic.com. The link's down in the description below. And make sure you guys sign up for the newsletter.
Yes, thank you. Yes, I revamped the website and I have this pop-up that's hopefully not too annoying. But I do want people to sign up for the email list. And I got that little banner where you can just add the books to your cart right there. And then all of the other material for the series is on the website. The About section, I have character profiles, a gallery. It's great. So check it out. If this looks good to you, you will not be disappointed.
Yeah, super rad. Pro site. I love this site. Kick ass.
Yay! I'm so proud of it. I put so much time into this website. Please go use it.
Jay Ryan says, guys, detail isn't really that important. Hey, look, I drew the universe.
Yeah, no, well, my point is detail it's not a substitution for quality characters and a solid foundation. I do detail because I enjoy it. I'm weird. I really like sitting there and brainlessly drawing detail. But it's not necessary. It shouldn't be a crutch. There you go. That's the point.
Yeah, but okay. It's not every piece of the page is covered in detail equally like a homogeneous, you know what I mean? You could have so much detail in every area of it. Like you focus the detail. There's some areas that contain in a golden ratio more detail than you can have. You genuinely do have a lot of panels that are just a color background. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
That's
like right there on the screen.
Mhm.
No, if you over detail everything, it's not legible. So
it just looks homogeneous.
Yeah. That's to be clear.
You draw the eye with where you put the detail. Same with color. Contrast in color. Contrast to level of detail. Contrast draws attention.
Yep.
Contrast is
so
the best word on the creative block. Next to, what's that other one?
Ornate.
Next to ornate. I almost
Arena
forgot
has
it.
PTSD for the word ornate.
I definitely do, and I'll never get over it.
No, but for real, like when I'm thinking about storytelling now, I'm always thinking about contrast. You guys are talking about in an art sense, but like when I'm writing or watching a show or movie, like the most reason why something hits so hard is because contrast. Because
I'm glad there was a time when I was wondering if you brought that up so often in a sarcastic way, but now I've learned that you actually did.
Yeah, no,
appreciate
it's everything is contrast. Like you set the audience up for expectations, and then subverting them is creating contrast, thus creating impact and like a memory lock. You know,
contrast is impact, but it's like so when it comes to Phil, when it comes to contrast, it is everything is just golden ratio. It is all golden ratio. Even in storytelling, it's not, the golden ratio isn't just like, oh, your finger is like half, and then it halves again, and like, wow, a beetle, like its ass is as big as the whole rest of its body. It's the key to the universe. But the same thing happens in storytelling and like detail and where it's like, okay, say the shot choice or cinematography in a film, or like the speed of a film, the tempo, the amount of shots, right? You have slower scenes that are kind of drawn out, shots that hang for longer, that aren't loud, that build atmosphere, and then there's like a golden ratio where you have a certain amount of the film that's that, and then you have the faster scenes, the action moments, the set pieces. You know, you don't make a whole film a set piece. You have a bunch of the film that builds up in like a golden ratio to a set piece.
Yeah. Balance. Yeah.
It's all fractal. It's like the key to the universe.
I wanted. Oh, go ahead.
Jay says, how do you feel about juxtapose, Phil? I think it's a overly complex word. Juxtapose.
It's isn't that one of the definitions for comics? It's images juxtaposed amongst each other on
juxtaposition is a great word. Just because you guys don't use it, juxtaposition is everything. Phil, contrast is juxtaposition of two incongruent elements.
We're not making it. It is a great word. I agree with it. Phil doesn't like it.
Too complex for my brain.
I like that you guys brought up contrast in color is important too, because I have this probably is a personal preference that I appreciate colorists that don't just do local color. But listen, comics are about being expressive, and good colorists know when to switch from local color to emotional color. And I remember somebody was mentioning in the Fiendish 2 pages I showed earlier, that page that was all red. The colors were really good. And when my colorist first showed me, I was like, this is too red. But then I looked at it in contrast with the surrounding pages that weren't this fight scene. And I'm like, you know what? You're smothering my art in red. You can't see shit. But it feels right in juxtaposition with the surrounding stuff that is plainer, that is just a snowy sunset, that isn't red. You remember that emotional scene more, and it works. So, hire a good colorist.
It's important. For sure. It's super important. Also, you guys, if you guys have not yet, stay up to date. Jump on the Zid Comics mailing list. You could get that over at zidcomics.com. Just by going to any page on here. It's just at the bottom here. You can drop your email there. I'll have a pop-up as well. And we have comics that ship out all the time, books, merch, all that cool stuff. I wanted to show this new little snippet, little sneak peek, if you will, that Oliver posted today. I think he posted it.
Look at that art. That is such
wonderful.
Good art.
From the Western. Yeah, I can't wait for this.
Crazy.
What percentage of the page is that? A quarter?
This is, I mean, I guess it's a splash page. So it's like a almost montage splash. Like he's concentrating. Okay. He's, doing
that hand is absolutely beautiful.
I can't wait for you guys to see what it's connected to or who it's connected to. It's going to be so dope.
That's a really good.
That's really good.
This is Let's get a little close up on this. It's a freaking super detailed. But this is from our Western. This is actually from issue 1, so you guys won't see this for a while because the preview issue 0 is going to come out first. But this is part of a splash, and I can't wait to tell you guys more. But get on the mailing list. You'll be able to learn all about this and read it this summer, the issue 0. And I don't know if we're going to put out just an issue at a time through our site or if we're going to crowdfund a collected thing, but we're getting a lot of it done ahead of time just so we'll be able to turn it around for you guys and you can get it in your hands. The preview is most likely going to be in black and white as well when we put that out. But Oliver's awesome, such an awesome dude to work with and really passionate about this stuff and obviously incredibly talented. So this is going to be a sweet one in 2025 for us. Make sure you guys are signed up. And if you guys have not backed Psycho Slumber yet, please do so. We're finishing up the letters and colors right now. This will be out in a couple months. It's going to be our first book out this year. We just need, I think, 3 more backers to hit 200 backers between Indiegogo and Kickstarter. So whichever you prefer to grab your books on. We got both covers on both places. Indiegogo does have an exclusive shirt. So this is the Indiegogo shirt designed by Alan Alonso, the Hall Comics. I think he's in the chat right now. And then over on Kickstarter, there's a special Jason Krager shirt, another Simon one, as you can see there. So whichever you guys dig, or if you want both, grab them. It'd be dope. I can't wait to get more stuff out, and go to cons. I'm so excited. Hope we really all get to chill out again at Heroes. So
Hell yeah!
Be good.
Fingers crossed. Hope we get into Heroes. It's a good show.
Kirby says, Phil, will you release the cut where you voiced the scary trailer? No, I will not. You were not supposed to hear that, Kirby. That was only for John Dillard's ears before he did the amazing voiceover. Oh, that was so hilarious. Yeah, tomorrow we'll be doing a Valentine's Day show. And I think the meme awards are this weekend. Raptors doing a meme awards on Saturday. Make sure you guys are there for that. That should be fun. If Alex is doing the meme, hit us up with it, man.
He says he's getting ready to wrap up. I assume he would only ask that question if he was working. Jake going to Heroes, he's trying to become naturalized or something. Yeah. You can't keep me out of that country. But yeah, I'll also be there at Heroes, and I'm very much looking forward to it. And I'll bring some of the. I might bring some of the preview books with me again because I remember I made the first preview books to take to Heroes. I might bring them with me. A preview book that you can still get on the current Connell campaign, but at a higher price than the actual original backers paid.
Yeah, grab that. That's so cool to see all your sketchy starts.
Man, so because I want to do everything, I'm planning the Kickstarter, and I want to make everything new, because I'm like, some people just get the big bundle anyway. I've bought the big bundle twice just to support someone, and I was like, I wish I just had all new stuff. I wanted to give you more money. I just wanted new stuff for it. Like Harry on Starbarians, he only had one cover. I bought 4 of the books. Just
right.
And I'm like, I would have just wanted 4 covers. I was buying them anyway. But yeah, so because the Kickstarter is going to be like everything is new, like Indiegogo gets to stay on Indiegogo. Nothing gets reused. Yeah. That means Sketchy Starts needs a new bloody cover.
That's an interesting approach. I've been very afraid of doing too many variants, but then if people are willing to get the big box and people who really want to support something, the option should be there to just get a ton of covers if they want.
Yep.
Is that the next book in the back, Jake? Junk in the trunk.
This is I got this week. It's just a poster that Speedo did for Punch Forever, which is like a very good YouTube video. Yeah, Slim Crow. Look, you guys should all just Google Punch Forever. It's very, very funny. I bet Jack has already watched it. But yeah, I think her name's No. And yeah, it's like it's a parody like magazine cover called Junk Magazine. Yeah, go look it up.
Alex says, I wasn't sure where to go with this, but it's a thing. All right.
Yay!
Yeah, we didn't give him that much to work with.
We tried.
I gotta zoom in here. We're in a library. Oh no, Gary's sick.
He's sick. He's got the coronavirus.
I did that on the thumbnail too. I put a mask on the narwhal. He was sick. And Nar's not even here to read his quotes. But we have Napoleon Bonaparte. Look at all of our books are floating in the air. This library. He says, I was at a stag do. You want to read this, Jay?
Phil realized what he was about to read. I was at a stag do, which not to be confused with a Scooby-Doo. A stag do in Benidorm when I saw Princess Leia getting banged by Darth Vader while they went around a carnival thing on a Segway. It was a marvel of acrobatics. It was.
Jake is now Napoleon Bonaparte.
I filmed the whole thing on my phone.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
And then later deleted it.
Yeah, sure.
Why would you do that?
Sure you do.
Because I was like, I should probably delete this.
I'm surprised you're allowed to film there.
Oh man.
They don't give a fuck.
Okay.
Yeah, they're getting paid. They're getting paid. Digimon
do
guy. All right.
No, this Nausicaa's pet.
Oh yeah. That's
Okay,
right.
who starts? Do I start?
Yes, you should start.
You judge artists by the contents of their character. There's very little art you can be a fan of. They mailed a katana to the American studio with a note that said no cuts. Do Brazilian Jews even exist? I sound schizophrenic, which is accurate.
Is he merging quotes to make a new thing again?
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
This is great.
But yeah, Bancroft was right. Brazilian Jews. Oh wait, well, those were the Nazis that went to Brazil, right?
No, those are the Argentinian Nazis.
Yeah,
It's
they were
different.
very far away from Jew.
The boys from Brazil.
I
I got it mixed up. You're right, Bancroft. You have a blork over your shoulder, Jake. Where'd it go?
Which one is it? I want to see which one it is.
The one we don't know his name. Oh no, it's
he doesn't have a name yet.
he doesn't have a name.
I'll call him Abe.
Abe.
There you go, Abe.
Because he looks like as pathetic in like agency-less as like Abe from Abe's Odyssey. All of the blokes look like Abe from Abe's Odyssey to me. They all look like Gluckins. If people want to know what they're secretly based on, they're kind of secretly a little bit based on not Gluckins, the Mudokins from Oddworld.
Oh yeah, I see it.
That's why that blue is like slightly green too, because I always thought like, oh man, that's a cool kind of bluish.
Yeah.
They're not like Dayglow blue, they're like greeny Oddworld blue. Yeah, see, look. There you go. Alex can see it. You're finding the code, the secret code. Lon Lang, who made Oddworld, is also the guy who put the word mindshare into my vocabulary, which is what you really want. I know you want money, but what you really want is mindshare, because money comes after mindshare. You amass mindshare, and then you learn how to monetize it. The mindshare.
Wait, what are you saying?
A greater percentage of like the share of people's cognition.
Oh, I thought you were like a French Nazi saying "mind share."
Let me look it up. A definition of mind share.
Mind share.
It's like instead of mind camp, it's mind share. It's like mind share. Mind share.
I also want to say, Alex, I appreciate the Derp Birds. He knows the lore The Derpy Birds are carrying all of our books into heaven. I like it. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Okay. Mindshare, customer awareness of a product or brand, typically as opposed to market share. Yeah. You want mindshare more than anything.
Mindshare. Isn't it a song from Cabaret? Mindshare. Oh, that's Mine Sir?
I don't know. I wish I could participate, but the gaslighting is going over my head.
Go watch Cabaret. It's very
Okay.
gay.
Is it as good as Moulin Rouge?
I think I like it better. I wasn't a fan of Moulin Rouge. Moulin Rouge is very like I'm getting mine raped, you know, like getting physically assaulted by my TV when I watch that.
Okay. Having RFK as a really abusive personal trainer would be great. Pulling you out of bed, throwing you into ice baths. You have to be broken to make good art. Do you want the art or not? That's very good, Alex. I love this, Alex
making
up new things.
It's like we're all drunk.
Well, Phil, he is creating contrasts.
Calm down. Mine hair. Thank you, Ellie. Is actually seeing Ellie, the man of culture, has seen Cabaret. It's Mine hair.
These have impact because of the contrast between two separate quotes. The juxtaposition.
That one episode is going to be the bane of my existence.
Contrast. Impact.
That one episode dictated. Right. You know the theme song I made for Connell the Barbarian? There exists a Creative Block theme song that has those 4 words as like the powers combined of all 4 of the heroes. Maybe I'll find it and play it. But yeah, it says contrast, ornate, something, and impact. What was the other one?
We should use that theme song. You know those YouTube
Phil
shows where they have a whole ass theme song?
Phil hated it.
Yeah. Usually it's fans making them a song. We're not.
Yeah, Michael Rushbrook, make us a song too.
If only when someone was really good at animating things.
I can't animate music into. Oh, you mean to the AI music?
Yeah. Contrast and
I need to make some animations.
I can make bad music.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
you gotta be great.
Brand.
It's a lifestyle
We need
brand.
more mind share.
All right, let me read out mine. These writers were drunks and alcoholics, but they put out the best stuff. I would do that, but then I would lose the space to hang stuff. Exactly. I wouldn't, and I resent it. I will not follow in the footsteps of Edgar Allan Poe.
Who reads Paz quote?
I know, I don't know.
Or do we make him read it next time?
I went to a bachelor party last weekend. Oh no! I need it. Why am I doing fucking Marge voice? Okay. I went to a bachelor party last weekend. There was a whacking and nipple twisted. It's like Hadron Collider event. It doesn't make any sense. As you guys were talking, I just got a massive bloody nose.
You sounded like RFK Jr.
I apologize if that was pain. I was trying to sound like I'm dying.
You know, his voice is always worse than you remember it being.
I know, it's ridiculous. It makes you want to clear your throat as well. Look, we have special weapons too. Narwhal has a pencil. I have some sort of hockey stick. What is this?
Do I have an implement of Coom?
Oh, it's a micron. I have a micron.
Why do you have the micron?
That's a Wacom pen, Phil.
No, no, no.
No, that's a micron.
Oh,
He's holding a micron. We're all. Yeah.
You have
Oh,
the
I'm
Wacom
holding
one.
my comment. No, Alex, Apple Pencil.
And then
so
Irene also has a Micron. I mean,
Wait,
I
wait,
use
you-
Micron.
He has the pen. I don't know if this is like consciously decided, but mine is the 0.000 tiniest microns, and he got it accurate because that's what I draw with. Very well
That
done.
one space scene used up like a whole box of 003s.
Yeah, pretty much.
Awesome. Amazing meme. Amazing.
Amazing. Thank you, Alex. It's
And
beautiful.
look, Jay Ryan's still here at the end of the show. Also amazing. We've had a great viewers tonight. Lots of chatting. And we also have a poll. I almost forgot. Let's end the poll here.
Oh yeah.
Mending the poll. The poll saying, would you be more inclined to back a book if there were a 10 to 20 page digital preview beforehand? And 62% said yes out of 37 votes.
Cool. All right. I mean, that's a
Yeah.
pretty high percentage.
Now we need to do the inverse vote. Would you decide to not buy a back book if it had?
That
Next
would be,
week.
yeah, no. Honestly, we should ask that next week as well, or now.
Does a free preview make you less likely to?
That's the real question, because I don't think it would. It doesn't disincentivize me, but who knows? Chat, if anyone has a strong opinion on this, can we hear it? If someone had a giant free preview, would it make you not want to buy the rest of the book? Like, if the preview is good, like, preclude that it's a really good preview.
It's really good, really good, really. The
Just
best
it's
preview. The
really
best
good,
preview.
okay? Just good. Just
No one
trust
even
me, bro.
Better previews. Phil actually put it as a vote. Okay, would you be less inclined to back a book? So no for me.
I will vote as well. I did not on the last one, but
Okay.
I will game this damn system.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my thumb on the dial here.
Also back Carnal, the barbarian.
Yes. Wait, let's play the trailer while the vote's clocking up.
Yes.
Oh my God, 8,600.
In the world of Deploria, after years of solitude,
Oh, no, you're not.
a dark, erotic curse
Vote.
threatens to be unleashed.
Walking through the forest, with two guys on the prowl. There's only one man there stopping. If you just stop joking around, they come here to invade your lands, bring life here to an end. But you just want to get real drunk and make lots of new friends. Carnal the barbarian, Carnal the barbarian. Carnal the barbarian.
There you go, guys. You've heard about it about 10 million times now. Conan the Barbarian is the culmination of everything I've learned from this show, and it's taking the energy and rebellion of I make whatever I want. Thank you. How about you don't tell me what to make? How about I make the most amazing raunchy comedy? Okay, I sent it to an artist to read, and I was concerned that it might have gone too far. And the line they sent back was, "That was insane and very fun to read." You're gonna love it. Connell is a chaotic character that is basically a wrecking ball into any ordered situations. So yeah, watch him pummel his way through the fantasy world of Deploria, which is a a unique fantasy world, mainly based on porn tropes. It is a carnal world, in every sense of the word. But yeah, there's a magic system based on sexual energy and carnal. So there's going to be a lot of boobs, a lot of sexiness, a lot of lewdly designed female magical characters, and they're all going to come into hard contact with the main character at some point, whose ability is probably the most magically horniness powered. You're gonna love it. It's high effort fan service. I would see a lot of the fan servicey books, and I'd want to buy them. And then every time I'd buy a fan servicey book, it would fucking suck. It would suck. The writing would be terrible. It's like, okay, it has the sexiness, I get it, but just give me something. Give me an actual story, please. So the aim was to make high effort, very developed, thought through. I try and do as much thinking about my world building in carnal as Irene even does in Fiendish, which you wouldn't expect from a booby book.
You do think through it. I can attest.
Go.
It's very detailed.
Go check it out. Read the previews. Magical Horniness guaranteed. Yeah, go read the previews. There's like 8 pages out there. I think if you read those pages, you will want to back it straight away, or at least back it later. Alex Webby says, like Prison School. Okay, Prison School is, if I could only have like a fraction of their power. In fact, Alex, let me show you something. I need to show.
What is it?
He's gone.
Where do you go? What's he have?
Don't know.
Book with a lot of assets. That's right.
You know that a Hager hoodie that some people have?
No.
Alex, I may have made my own hoodie using Prison School panels.
Oh no.
Alex, if you've read it, you know what moment this is with the scissors. I may have made my own hoodie.
All over print?
It's yes, Phil. All over print hoodie.
Amazing.
Alex is saying laugh is fat. I'm telling you now that Prison School is a big inspiration. So if you enjoy that, it's a really good Prison Break manga, Phil.
I believe you.
But it's like the tension of a prison break. It's
like wasn't Prison Break a TV show?
Prison Break. That's like a British
Prison Break. My bad.
Prison
Yeah, Chris
Break.
says, I think the golden number for a preview intro into a story is 15% of the whole thing. So if you have 40 pages, show a 6-page preview. Arbitrary.
Is there a reason behind that?
I wouldn't know. I don't know. Opinion. It's interesting. Yeah, we also have a preview for the Psycho Slumbers actually on Global Comics too. And I'm pretty sure you could just read it all for free. It's only like 10 or 15 pages. But you could check it out. It's black and white. Letters it's obviously lettered, but it'll get you. It's the intro to the story. You guys could check it out on Global Comics. I don't think you need an account to read it, but go check that out and go grab the book, and you'll be able to just click here, and it'll take you to the crowdfunder as well. So yeah,
I think I get what Chris means, because I think it's just in his head. It's like the amount that's left, it's like, if this little taste I got was good, then that's so much more to look forward to. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Carl's 44 pages. There will be 16 pages of it preview to read, which I think is like a quarter, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't want to go the whole, like, half the story. I think it's a good cutoff point when it gets to 16. So it's like a third of the book. I think I would always try and do around a third of the book rather than the full half.
Yeah, ideally I think a third sounds good to me. I might do more though, specifically because of a good cutoff point. Just one time. Because I can't just end it in the middle of.
The 16 of mine ends on a good point because I think it ends on like a character doing an eyebrow raise where they've just announced a plan they're gonna do. So that's where my preview is gonna end.
That's a pretty good cutting off point. I have like one big reveal and the characters kind of deal with it, and that's the midpoint. And I mean, I'm not worried about the rest of the book not having enough reveals at all.
Well, there's 16 votes.
Cool.
Let's see.
You can blueball them in a preview, says Alex. That is true.
Yeah, you're supposed to put a cliffhanger in the preview.
Oh,
it's
there
not
will
supposed
be.
to have a conclusion.
Oh, there will be. There will
preview's
be
got
blueball.
the cliffhanger. All right, I guess I'll end the poll here. The better question is, will I back any more preview books or ash cans? I hope so. That's why you got to do the crazy one-of-a-kind limited. If you I'm saying, like, if you're printing previews or ash cans, I love what Adam Lawson did. We actually did that for the Psycho Slumber book. It's like number them, and signed and number limited run. I think we only did like 50 of those with a crazy cover, foil cover.
For me, if I love something, I would want the cool rare thing that they did. The preview books, like Bancroft, basically, he had like a preview of the next Lucent book, like if you were the first 100 or something in one of his, and like I want that. I want the little Lucent rare artifacts. They're like I love that I have one of the Fiendish preview books. That's a rare artifact.
Hey, yes.
That's a rare artifact. Like, I make a cool rare thing for your fans so that
like this. I think this is the Jawbone Death.
That book looks good.
Wrap around, really cool twink foil, I like to call it.
He's finally letting himself say it. He's letting himself say it.
Signed. Well, it's because I didn't work on this one. It's sparkly, or that sounds.
Yeah, Alex says it's very true, but it depends if whether it's a limited item. Yeah, obviously limited has to be special.
Yeah, you gotta make sure they're limited. So the poll is, what's that? 87% said it would not dissuade them from backing if there was a preview, a digital preview. So that's good.
Okay, cool. That's a pretty high percentage.
Yeah.
I'm a little worried that like 13% still said it would, but that's still most.
I think
vast majority.
That's one voter.
Oh yeah, I guess. Yeah, which I can understand. What would be the reason?
Maybe they understand the question.
Yeah, they got it wrong.
No.
No, to be honest, I thought it would have been a wider spread, like when it was pretty much 100% for a while of no. That's great. That is cool.
Yeah, that is very good. Like, I personally can't think of any reason why that would dissuade me. Mm-hmm. But who knows? Someone else could have a good reason.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Well, we're on the grind this year, guys. Conventions, getting books out there, shaking babies, kissing hands, all that good stuff. And
shaking babies?
What? Huh?
Shaking.
Strike that, reverse it. Yeah. Kissing babies, shaking hands, and we're gonna be putting out some awesome stories. Thank you guys for being here and supporting us. We had an awesome viewership. We were over 50 for a good hunk of the show.
We've been doing really well. The show's been doing great.
Yes. Yeah. And we hope you guys come back next week for Narwhal's channel. We hope he's not
If he's still alive.
We hope to
Pray
see
for
him next
Noah.
week. Hope to tweet at him tomorrow. Make sure he's okay.
Yeah.
God bless him. And tomorrow, yeah, Cranberry Langers knows the references. That was a Simpsons reference next to a Willy Wonka reference. And thank you guys for watching. Tune in tomorrow. We'll be having a special Valentine's Day show to kick off the night of streams.
I wish the Diaz Brothers Friday show could happen every day of the week, Phil. I love it. I love the light entertainment show. It's great. I get so excited.
I appreciate
Friday.
it. It's fun. I like doing it Fridays, and then we go out to eat and stuff. It's nice. It's a good, relaxing show for us. But we got a good Louis segment this week. You guys will be really happy to see him, and I hope you guys come on out tomorrow. It's just 3 backers to get to 200. Spread the word about Psycho Slumber. I'm going to be doing a bunch of lettering this weekend and writing. So I hope to see you guys tomorrow and Monday. Have a great weekend.
Peace.
See ya.
See y'all.
Don't want to.
Bye.
See ya.
I have an excellent idea. Let's change the subject.